It'll happen someday. She'll forget about you. She'll forget about all your lies for her own slice of truth. I swear I miss you from happy days past, back when I always thought love would always last. Oh, I hope heaven, oh, I hope heaven, oh, I hope heaven finds you.
Outside of their normal health insurance plans. It's a big deal. They were not properly taken care of. Katie Britt knows that better than anybody.
That's right, sir.
Who called me and said, I must say I shouldn't admit this, but the first time I really heard about the fertility was through Katie. She said, sir, we have to do something. But this will be supplemental option available to those who need it, much like vision or dental insurance, so we're bringing it right down into the mainstream. By offering coverage for care at every step, the fertility journey is a very interesting one, very complex it was, and we're making it much simpler.
I'll be back with more Alabama stories after this.
Did you know that 70% of people experience a potentially traumatic event in their lifetime, and that 6 out of every 100 adults face PTSD every day? Help us bring hope to these survivors by signing up for your Alabama Distinctive PTSD Awareness License Plate today. The great thing is you can sign up no matter when your current plate renews, and the first year is complimentary. All you need is your VIN number on hand. Drive awareness, drive hope, and customize your plate today at atease.org.
A 65-year-old woman from Russellville has been arrested and charged with the murder of her husband. Sherry Mitchell Klutz apparently called 911 to come to her home after 69-year-old Timothy Klutz was shot while he was in his recliner. Mitchell Klutz is now in the Franklin County Jail until she has a bond hearing. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
Paid for by McGinnis for Alabama, 203 Investment Lane, Summerdale, Alabama, 36580.
Hillary! Hillary! I'm really feeling my pain. I sure could use a 5-point plan right now.
I'm Christina Warner McKinnis, and we all need the 5-point plan for Alabama farms and families. Better food security. They should be able to buy Alabama rotisserie chicken with SNAP benefits, not margarita mix. Guide more farmers to the millions of dollars in grants they deserve. Protect our farmland from China and promote sweet-grown Alabama for tourism. We need more Alabama food on the plates of our schools and home. It's time to tell the politicians in Montgomery, same old is not working for us.
Christina Warner McKinnis for Agriculture.
I haven't asked the big guy yet, but I have a feeling he'll like the plan.
This 5-point plan is huge, very special, and believe me, I know the 5-point plan. And all the other 5-point plans are horrible, probably made in China.
Dewan Walker has been an Alabama Power customer since 1999.
We're being squeezed on every side. We hear about Alabama Power freezing their rates. That's the best news we can get. Alabama Power rate freeze will provide real relief for Alabama working families. Alabama Power is protecting their customers by making data centers pay their full cost. It makes me feel at peace. Alabama Power is really stepping up and doing what's right for customers.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's News and Views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
You're listening to Joey Clark. Joey Clark. It's Joey Clark.
It's all a fugazi. You know what a fugazi is?
Fugazi, it's fake.
Yeah, fugazi, it's a wazi, it's a woozy, it's a fairy dust. It doesn't exist. It's never landed. It is no matter. It's not on the elemental chart. It's not real.
Right.
In politics, man must learn to rise above principle.
I'm a better looking person than Kamala.
This is how you conduct yourself in a democracy?
This is a Trump country. We live in the Southeast. We drink sweet tea. We don't drink socialist Kool-Aid.
Yeah. Joey Clark.
Welcome into the program. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Got a full studio today. Got the band back together. Eddie Bader and Byron Sheehy here in the studio. Been a while since we've seen you, kind sir Byron.
Yeah, it's been a minute, man.
Where all you been?
A lot of the Wiregrass, a little bit of Tennessee, a little bit of Birmingham.
Okay, all right. I knew you had some. How's the car doing?
It's still waiting for that side mirror. It's been a lot of Uber and a lot of thumb.
Mm-hmm.
Good
Now,
man,
Eddie, how are you doing?
Yeah. Like I said, meh.
Yeah, he's just doing okay. Welcome into the program, folks. Well, I know the real reason, like, things are a little off for you today. He told me off air. I'm not allowed to say it on air, though, like how...
Thank you.
Yeah, it's just, like modern medicine, folks. Modern medicine. Yeah. Well, actually, I shouldn't just begin the show with a live spot. We should normally jump into the news because Governor Ivey just called a special election.
Saw that.
Yeah, and it's Steve Marshall's calling out the unelected judges for years who were ruling over Alabama, and now it took another unelected panel of judges to tell those judges to shut up and let Alabama do what they want. But, I've recently gotten into this peptide thing, and where you got to inject yourself. And I have to say, it is, mentally speaking, a little bit harrowing. Like, on the first stab, the first jab, where you're like, I don't know if I... But then they're tiny needles, and you just stick it in fat. So on the leg, or, like, pinch a little bit of fat on the belly, and put it in kind of 45 degrees. I did perfect last night.
45 degrees?
Well, I was doing straight in.
Yeah, I thought that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, but on the belly, I started doing just a little bit of an angle, and I didn't feel a thing last night.
Oh.
Yeah, and one time I put it in straight in, you could see the stuff come out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, that's not good.
Yeah, it's supposed to have to rub it a little bit afterwards. And
I noticed you do have to rub it a little bit afterwards. But I've been doing I can't even say it correctly, but Samorelin, and it helps up your natural growth hormone. So instead of like injecting HGH into you, no, it naturally, your uptick and better deep sleep patterns, I've noticed at the gym like crazy.
Oh, yeah?
Like, really helps. And it also allows you to eat a little more. And, I mean, you still, if you want to lose weight, have to watch your diet and exercise. But, like, you can still, like, I feel a little more hungry, I'll put it that way. And I'm loving it. I'm loving the effects. And you go 5 days on, take the weekend off to let the body adjust. And,
okay.
That's how I'm doing it, at least.
5 days on, 2 days off.
Yep.
Okay.
And I guess you could do it every other day, but it's easier to just do the 5. And the weekend off makes a lot of sense. You remember it that way.
That's what I figured, memory.
But where I got this, is there are a lot of places competing online with the peptide
stuff.
Yeah. Where I got this is Montgomery Men's Health.
That's right, Joey.
And what's great is you can sign up online, but then you can go to an in-person consultation. They can actually check in with you in person.
Same day you call, too.
As opposed to some chat bot, and you don't know exactly what you're getting. They really don't give you a lot of instruction.
Right, they don't.
Whereas I got all the 5-day thing, got from Montgomery Men's Health. Like the instructions on how to put it in, got it from Montgomery Men's Health.
They teach you how to do the injection?
Yeah. Yeah, and how to take it out of a little bottle, all this stuff. Put it straight in and turn it upside down. And then get the air out a little bit, prime it a little bit. Yeah, and just stick it in there, plunge it slowly.
I've noticed that's the slowly. I've noticed if I plunge it too hard or too fast, it hurts. It hurts. Even when I used to get the B12 type supplement shots from the doctor, the nurse, if she didn't have much time for you, send you on your way, and I noticed it hurt a little bit more. But be tender with it.
I don't know. I'd love to get you in on this game.
I need edibles. Like, I'd need something oral.
They do have some stuff like that.
So long as I can chew it up.
Wait, they do?
Yeah, but the problem is it's not as effective.
Oh, okay.
I'd rather have
They have like tablets that dissolve under the tongue and stuff. But if anything going through the digestive system,
gotta go through my belly first.
Yeah, if you got to get into that belly fat.
My dad was a diabetic, so needles, no.
You don't like needles at all?
I will give blood, but only because I'm a universal donor. That's it.
See, with giving of blood, I always like to watch.
Me too.
I don't want to be surprised.
I'm looking.
I sit there and watch, but I've had a lot of those nurses tell me more men pass out than women.
Really?
Yes, and it's usually when they go to stand up. It's after the whole blood thing. They go to stand up, boom, hit the floor.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, really.
big tree fall hard.
Ooh, man.
But I guess what I'm saying, folks, is go to Montgomery Men's Health. They've got all sorts of great stuff like that, and including, if you got low T, they have solutions there. ED, PE, you know what I'm talking about. But I really love this new peptide game. And I don't know, we were talking about peptides before we went on the show. It's on the top of my mind. And it is a thing. It is a little bit of a thing. I get the alcohol and I swab. I clean the area. Do you clean your area?
I got to be honest. Most of the time, yes, but there have been times when I forgot.
Eddie does not clean his area.
I'm not sharing a needle, so I figure that's okay, right?
Well, but no, it's more the the belly or wherever you're sticking
My
yourself.
belly ain't that dirty.
Okay.
Where your
Sure
belly goes,
thing.
my belly stays pretty clean.
Roxy ever lick your belly?
Occasionally.
Yeah, his big old dog, yeah.
Speaking of that, yeah, at the beach this weekend when I got good and sunburned,
Mm-hmm.
in the belly button was the sunburn. I don't
In
think
the belly button?
Yes.
You have an innie?
Yeah, and dude, I don't think it's ever seen the sun before because it really hurt.
How'd that happen?
Laying on the beach.
Just laying there?
Just laying there. But if there were any lint in there, it got so hot it burnt.
It burnt.
It burnt out. So, yeah, I'm even peeling out of my belly button now.
You
That's
had to go to
gross.
sleep at like high noon.
That's just gross, man.
What do you mean? I wasn't the only one passed out on the beach.
No,
Everybody
when
just
you're
took a little
talking about
nap.
your peeling belly button.
Oh, yeah. That's
like,
kinda
that's just gross.
Cheese, Parmesan.
Now, I did the other day stick myself without priming it. I'm like, oh, no, I put air in myself. I'm dead. And it's like, no, it hurt a little more. But
It's not a good practice.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that.
Right.
Now, with things injected into veins, if you put air, yeah, it'd be a real big problem.
What do you do then?
Die.
You
Pray to
might
God.
die, right?
Pray to God.
Pretty much, that's it.
Right. Be like, I'm sorry for everything.
You just cut off your arm, you try to catch it before that bubble gets so
Yeah,
high.
right.
Try to get it right.
You've been watching too much anime. Like, I'll just stop the poison by cutting off my hand. Yeah.
That's how you do it, right?
Right, exactly. So, we got a lot of Alabama news.
Yes, there is, Joey.
First of all, Governor Ivey, Kay Ivey, has called a special session, sugar.
Okay.
Governor Ivey officially announced that the state would hold a special election for a handful of congressional seats, a paved path by the Alabama legislature last week. Ivey set the special primary election for August the 11th. There will be no runoff election, so somebody could win like 40-something%, even 30%. Maybe say it's like a really close race.
As long as you're ahead, though, right?
And if you win that plurality, you are the winner, no runoff. The general election will occur as planned with all other races on November 3rd. And that's important because Democrats were saying they're going to challenge based on a certain, I think it's Amendment 2, a certain Alabama amendment where you can't, within a certain period of time, change the general election. Well, This didn't touch the general election. This is just touching a couple different primaries. The May 19th primary will still occur. However, any results cast for the races in the 1st, 2nd, 6th, and 7th congressional districts will be nullified after the August election. There will be no runoff following the special election, meaning the candidates for either party that received the majority of the vote will automatically be the nominee. Ivey said, I will continue to say, I'm not going to do that for the whole thing. Alabama knows our state, our people, and our districts best. The United States Supreme Court decision is plain common sense and enables our values to be best represented in Congress. For years, we have fought for this outcome, and I'm proud to celebrate this win for Alabama. The governor went on to say, as I said at the close of our special session last week, Alabama now stands ready to quickly act. I thank Speaker Nathaniel Ledbetter and Pro Tem Garland Gudger for their focus last week that has allowed us to be in a strong position to move forward with our 2023 Alabama drawn congressional map. And, also in news, I guess, in the guy who, Jerry Carl's going to stay in one.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like Brett Marquez is his name? Rhett.
Marquise.
Rhett Marquise.
Or I think he says Marcus. I thought it was Marquise.
Oh, okay. Well, is it? Well, I got to know. But it's not Brett, it's Rhett.
Well, have you spoke to him?
I've never talked to them.
Okay.
But he's apparently going to run in two now, which means I probably should talk to him. It's like it'll be this area.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe I talked to, oh my goodness, Case Dixon yesterday, who's running in 6 against Gary Palmer and was going over how we would change that. Apparently we lose a bit of Elmore County in District 6.
Is that
But
right?
otherwise the district doesn't, about half Elmore County. Otherwise the district kind of stays the same. And so that will go to District 2, that little part of Elmore County, which is assumed and rightfully so very conservative. A lot of good folks in this listening audience.
Yes, there is.
So I need to talk to Rhett, if that's his name. Marquise?
Is that kind of where District 2 was when Congressman Everett was there? That same section? No, I don't think it is.
No. Or maybe it's Marquez.
I'm sure you'll figure it out at some point.
I think it's just Rhett Marcus.
Marcus.
Yeah. Like
It's Alabama, Joey.
All right, Rhett Marcus. It's a nice name with a Q in it, though,
Yeah.
I have to say. So he's going to be running in 2. I guess Shomari Figures is going to, I don't know yet, I guess he's going to try to run in 2 as well again to keep his seat in Congressional District 2. Then you have, of course, Terry Sewell's going to keep her spot.
Yeah.
But yeah, it kind of makes sense. In particular, and you know that area, you've worked down there a little more than I have, the Mobile area really wanted their old district back. Because that had been, a congressional district for a long, long, long time in that way.
Callahan,
Right.
Jack.
Like it was sort of a cohesive political community because of just how many times and a lot of legislation passed over the years. Just communities of interest. So that makes a lot of sense. So and I think it's Senator Britt who's backing Rhett Marquez or Marquise, and it'll be interesting to see if anybody else challenges him for that runoff or for the special election on August.
I think
August the 11th.
Rhett's probably going to walk
pretty easy
into now.
Yeah, he's got name ID, he's got plenty of money, got the endorsements. Unless somebody wants to kind of last second throw their hat in, that's what I'm wondering is, and I didn't see it in the write-up, is there now an open where you could apply or you can qualify again?
I mean, that's got to be determined in the special.
Right. I'd imagine you should be allowed to qualify. If there's now a new district, we're changing the map, you should open up qualifying again. Anyway.
Do we want to do all that, though?
Well, that does sound like a lot of work, Sugar. It does.
Sounds like a lot of money.
But that wasn't the only thing happening.
All right, what else you got?
Well, let's go to Shomari Figures.
Okay.
Here's what he had to recently say. After this, of course, Supreme Court ruling, Calais, which will go down in history. And now you heard Ivey's calling the special. We're going back to 6-1, what it was for decades, at least since the early 90s.
We'll go 7-0 at the turn of the census. Is that what?
Probably, or if not even sooner. If not, say Tuberville gets elected.
They should.
Yeah, they should go on ahead with it.
If we're going to play, the game, take advantage of it every opportunity you get.
That's what you're supposed to do.
So here's what Congressman Shomari Figures said in a statement on Monday. This is an incredibly unfortunate decision by the Supreme Court that not only continues their trend of breaking from the norms and precedents set by the court, but also sets the stage for Alabama to go back to the 1950s and 60s in terms of black political representation in the state. The conservative justices on the Supreme Court just literally substituted themselves in to be the defense lawyers for the state of Alabama. The court just gave the state the benefit of an argument the Supreme Court acknowledged just a week ago that the state did not even present in defending its maps. This Supreme Court did not dismiss the case, so the litigation will certainly continue. My hope is that this is a temporary setback and that 3 Republican-appointed judges will again find what they found the first time, that the state of Alabama intentionally discriminated against black voters in drawing its congressional district lines. Congressman Figures continues saying, I ran for the seat to be a voice for all of Alabama, and I'm not backing down from that mission. The fight must and will go on beyond the courts. We know what has to be done. We will organize, we will register, and we will turn out in record numbers at the polls. But I do wonder what's turnout rate. It's not, because the turnout rate in general for the state is not that great.
No, it's like less than 20%, ain't it?
This is
right. So that means there's a lot of white folks and black folks walking around going, what a waste of time this is.
Yep.
Which has kind of been my point through a lot of this.
Did she just make the argument that state judges shouldn't, or the state court shouldn't listen to the federal judges?
Or did Shomari make that?
I thought that was...
No, that's Shomari Figures.
I thought that was Congresswoman.
Oh, so no.
Well, still, to have a Democrat say that shows you a sign of the times.
Yeah. Well, no, he was essentially saying the Supreme Court acted like the defense lawyers for the state of Alabama and the Supreme Court. This is all the high court. The Fifth Circuit heard this.
But to not listen to the Supreme Court of the land and to try to rely on the state court.
Right.
There's a little.
Well, no, the 3 judges he mentioned were a 3-judge panel, federal, all were Republican appointed. And they were all going off a different understanding of what the Gingle test or whatever they came up with. And again, that's something that's frustrating in this. This was actually a fairly narrow part, though it had been used a lot for lawsuits. This is actually a fairly narrow part of Section 2. There's a lot of other stuff in Section 2 that is not going away. Wasn't even a question in the matter. But so, as usual, Congressman Shomari Figures, pretty reasonable. I disagree with him, but very reasonable in his statement. Let's go to a woman I love despite a lot of things.
Yeah?
Juandalynn Givan.
I love her. Givan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's not bad.
Don't you love her?
I love what she can do.
What she can do?
Irritate the doo-doo out of some people.
And
I love the fact she can do that.
What
so
if
easily.
What if she was taking the doo-doo out of you?
I would not like her. So right now she's not bothering me. So
See, I'm at the point where even if the doo-doo is taken out of me by Juandalynn Givan,
you okay with it?
I'd still love her.
You say that now. She hasn't gone for the throat with you yet.
I'm just saying, like, you know, there's sometimes it's like, you know, you develop a certain sort of love where you're like, I don't even care what you say about the politics.
Okay, be
You
careful.
seem like a cool person.
You do, but be careful what you wish for.
Told you she was one of the nicest people at the State House that day.
You did tell me that. But, well, here's what she came out with. Talking about Clarence Thomas. Clarence Thomas. This MFer, this man, this Uncle Tom, this Uncle Tim, and I'm so pissed, and I said this today, this black man right here, I don't know what kind of black he is. I feel bad just saying that out of my own mouth.
Yeah.
I don't know what damn plantation this man came from. Again, this is Juandalynn Givan. I still love her, talking about United States Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas, who is a national treasure, and whose story, if you actually listen to it, is remarkable. And I'm so tired of folks who are Democrats saying we have the monopoly on the, say, history of black struggle and success in this country, and throwing conservative black folks under the bus constantly with this sort of stuff. She goes on, again, she says, I don't know what kind of black he is. I don't know what damn plantation this man came from. I don't know what slave ship he was on. I don't know what part of the slave ship he was on. Juandalynn Givan continues. Still love her. I have never in my life met a black man who has never done any damn thing at all in the position that he has that would ever benefit black people, and this man is just as dark as I am. First of all, you just pissed on the 11th Circuit. You just pissed on the judges in the 11th Circuit. You literally have ruled to take away 2 damn congressional seats because that's what's going to happen. You have sided with the Republican Party. You are a freaking straw boss, a damn Uncle Tom for these people. I just don't get it. Givan continued, saying, quote, I do not say the N-word. You have not ever heard me use the N-word to say it out. She said, I may say Reagan, R-E-G-G-I-N. That's spelled backwards, the N-word. But this Reagan right here, this man, I'm telling y'all, this MFer must have been there. He must have been the one who sold us out in Africa. His ancestors had to be the ones that sold us out in Africa that caused us to be chained. To be chained. I don't understand this man. Today, this man has forever turned the clock. He is the man who has turned us back into the hands of the master. Help me understand this black man right here, Juandalynn Givan finishes. Help me understand this crazy-ass Uncle Tom. Help me understand this lynchman. Help me understand him. You know, I have an op-ed out today that calls race the tragic golden calf for Alabama Democrats.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, when I look at something like this, it comes across not as a charitable understanding of politics. I can't understand this man at all. Why don't you read his arguments? Why don't you hear him out? Because he's got pretty good arguments. You might disagree with them, but you could actually understand his rationale, what he's been saying for 30-something years. Perhaps you could understand that. But no, this comes across as somebody tore down one of their idols. Somebody went into the holiest of holies, according to them, and tore down their golden calf. And how dare this person do that? That's that sort of reaction. That's where it's coming from. And I'm sorry, I don't know how much it actually helps people. And notice I said Alabama Democrats golden calf, because I think there are a lot of black folks, especially the folks who go, I'm not voting for these people. I'm going to go make my own life. I'm going to go and start my own family, start my own business, or at least work my tail off somewhere and build wealth, build opportunity, create opportunity for the people I love. There's a lot of people doing that, of all sorts of different walks of life.
Well, they can't make $1 billion. That's impossible.
This messianic message of the Democratic Party, in particular to race, and especially you see the mask drop when it is a conservative black person, how nasty it is. Now, I still love Juandalynn Givan. because I'm called to love all God's children, and I think she is one. And maybe as she prays to God Almighty, she could maybe understand with a little bit of grace and charity where somebody like Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas is coming from. And that perhaps you want to put this man in a box because he's an apostate to you, because he isn't keeping the faith to you. Well, no, he believes in a faith. He believes in the faith. He just doesn't follow this heresy that has now been running Democratic politics in the South in particular for way too long. And you got to wonder, where are the results? I think it's a shame. That's why I'm getting a little worked up, because I think it's a shame. I'm not here, I don't want to hurt anybody. That's not my motivation on any of this. But would you not, if you saw somebody you cared about doing something that was maybe hurting them, say something? Even if they hated it, even if they've told you, like, how dare you? This is a sacred thing to me. Well, I'm like, well, that sacred thing to you seems to be causing a lot of problems. And if we go to actual Holy Scriptures, there, including in the book of Exodus, there's a lot in there that's more than the liberation from Egypt. And in fact, there's a great tradition, especially in typology, that Egypt is the world. Egypt is that fallen world of death. And Egypt pops up and crops up again and again and again. So even if you're liberated from it, it can still come back. Like, that's, heck, pardon me, the whole history of the Old Testament, right? Falling away. God trying to bring folks back in and then falling away. And though Moses gets folks right to the cusp of the promised land, most of the prophets that came after, what do they say? Repent. You're following false gods and false idols. Your interest, your instincts going in the wrong direction. I mean, there's even the great point of like, hey, Israel really wants a king. That'll solve our problems. No, it won't. I'll give you one. And Saul's going to be awful. And I'll even give you David, a man after my own heart. I'll even give you his son who'll build up my temple, but it still doesn't solve your problem if you turn away from me. And of course, this broadens out beyond Alabama Democrats or anybody else. Like, there's a lot of that going on in this nation right now. A lot of idolatry. A lot of heresy. Now, God made everything, and everything made was good. So this whole idea of somebody or so-and-so or a certain person who's wrong or heretical or idolatrous is evil is nonsense. No. There are a lot of good to these people, and I still love them. But it is frustrating to see. In particular, what I just read there from Juandalynn Givan. Hurts my heart a little bit. It's going to ruin my day? No. Because, well, I forgot to say thank God for another beautiful day. Hopefully, from here on out, though it's already been pretty beautiful, especially talking about that guy not cleaning his area. Thank God for a beautiful day. Thank God for a beautiful show, and Montgomery needs a new mayor. Anyway. There's more. Nathaniel Ledbetter saying, what we're doing has nothing to do with racism. I'm like, you tell him, Speaker.
Let me ask you a question. Mm-hmm. Do you think the masses, as much as I agreed with what you said and admired the way that you said it, I hope and pray that people are open to listening to that message. But do you think that a lot of the people who are going to vote rather listen to what she said?
Yes, that's why she says it. Yeah, and there's a lot of crazy crap like Republicans do, like mailers you get and just the crazy crap they're saying. It's like, yeah, they say it because it works. Mm-hmm. It's not to actually communicate and make people better people. This is why politics doesn't save men or free men, actually.
What's the old line, something about politics being downstream from culture? Mm-hmm. And culture's downstream
even from that.
From that.
From the source, the true source.
We got a long way to go.
Yeah, no, so yeah, there's a lot of folks who, politics is not to set men free. Honestly, it can, no matter what system of government, a king or an aristocracy, an oligarchy or a democracy, pure democracy, The mob can get you, destroy your rights, and enslave you. The aristocrat can enslave you, so can the king. They all can. Like, keep trying, and we tried, and we're trying with our system of government. Pretty ingenious. Actually reflects a lot of what St. Augustine and St. Thomas Aquinas talked about in government. Though, I've got a clip from Rubio. Only 2 folks that signed the Constitution were Catholic, and only 1 who signed the Declaration was Catholic. But it's fascinating how all those learned Protestants at the time, taking the best of the Enlightenment, but also the best of sacred Scripture and the traditions passed on through the years and understandings, crafted a government that said, okay, since any sort of form of government can tyrannize you, let's bring something that's a little monarchical to it, like the presidency, a single leader sort of thing. Let's bring the sort of aristocratic, like the Senate is in particular meant to be that. Then let's bring in the House of Representatives that is this sort of just crazy, tumultuous, and it should be much bigger than it is. Mm-hmm. The House should be, you could have like a congressman for every county in Alabama.
It's supposed to be about 1,100.
And it would be fun. That would be real fun if you could have a congressman for every county. That'd be a hoot. Mm-hmm. And there's all these checks and balances and stuff. But again, I think the founders knew, and they said it. They said it, that this is a government set up for a religious people. And they meant Christianity. Mm-hmm. And as you get further and further away from that, you got to wonder what people are listening to. And as you get further and further away from that, instead you put your messianic hopes, your true hopes for emancipation, liberation, like all the beautiful things in life in the people you vote for. Again, they're not pure evil. They can often do good things, everything. There's a lot of good under the sun. But you start putting it there, you're probably going to end up going down a wrong road. Mm-hmm. Politics is meant to manipulate you. They don't like you. They certainly don't like me. They don't want to be my friend. They want to win and have their name on that line in the history books. There are plenty of these folks I've met who I like fine enough. Most of them would be great as like go have dinner, go have a beer with, great conversationalists, interesting people. They often are in the position they are in because of their many talents and how freaking charming they are. That they are. But do they really want to be your friend? Do they really love you? No. Maybe on their best days, a certain story will pull at their heartstrings and they do something really great. And yes, that does happen. But there's too much else at stake going on here. So it's, we start with this redistricting and this reaction, which I think everybody predicted and expected. And I think the reaction for most folks is, yeah. Well, in fact, the reaction going even further than I'm going, Matt Walsh just came out with it. He's doing a real history of America, as he said. And yeah, the civil rights movement was a lie. Dr. King was a lie. What you were told in public school and the myth they built up from that time period, it just ain't true. That's where a lot of folks, mainstream conservatives, are going. I could share the 5-minute introductory clip here in a little while from Matt Walsh. He's done a 2-hour first part, another 2-hour second part coming out. You've got other folks out there who are examining this aspect of American history again. And yes, like all history is much more complicated than the story you were told in elementary school. Very much a different, more complicated story, as is all this. Like this whole idea that the Revolutionary period, these are just genius demigods. In some ways they were, like the founders. But it was also gnarly back then, as it always is. So we'll see. I think if you just look at it practically, Alabama's going back to 6-1. And for all the hooting and hollering, for all the accusations, it's interesting how we're going back to a map that's been the map for 30 years. I don't know. Of late, especially seeing somebody who I love talk that way about Justice Clarence Thomas is, folks can believe what they want to believe. Anyway, got to hit this break. We'll be right back after this.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
What's your biggest investment? More than likely, it's your home. So treat it that way when you hire a painting contractor. At PBS Painting, there are no gimmicks, no $99 specials. Just quality painting and someone who treats your home with the same respect that you do. At PBS Painting, we have been painting for years and look forward to many more years to come. With PBS Painting, the job gets prepped properly, whether it's cleaning, scraping, or priming. We always use quality products, which is a must for a quality paint job. So if you're looking for a painter that doesn't need upfront money and is on the job at all times, then please give me a call. Scott Bowers and PBS Painting, 294-5122. That's PBS Painting, 294-5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting Montgomery.
Clogged drain? Overflowing septic? Don't panic. Call the experts who've been solving plumbing problems in the river region for more than 50 years. The Tierce family's local Roto-Rooter team specializes in fast drain cleaning, septic repair, and installation. One call and your troubles are on their way down the drain. That's 272-7130 or visit rotorooteralabama.com. Roto-Rooter, always here when you need us.
Oh, Roto-Rooter, that's the name. And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
I was in foot pain for 20 years, trying to give it relief, buying all these different insoles. Drugstore insoles, custom insoles. I spent thousands of dollars. I bought all these products, and not a single one worked. I really, truly needed to have relief in my feet. And the Good Feet arch supports were what gave me the relief I needed.
For over 20 years, we've been helping people like Teresa actually live the life they love without their feet getting in the way.
They wanted to make sure that I got something that my feet felt good in, not somebody else's feet. I love the fact that I can wear these arch supports in all my shoes. I have boots, I have cowboy boots, I have running shoes, I have walking shoes, I have flat shoes, I have heels. It makes me so happy. If you ask my husband, he will crack up because there is no store I would rather go in than a shoe store. I'm Teresa, and that's my Good Feet story.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
We're located at 7341 East Chase Parkway in the shops at East Chase. Now hiring.
A man who's done a fantastic job, Sheriff Matt Gentry. Thank you.
When Alabama families needed protecting, Matt Gentry answered the call. For nearly 30 years as a Marine, a deputy, and now the Sheriff of Coleman County, he's stood between us and danger. Now, Matt is taking that same no-nonsense approach to the Public Service Commission to stand up for Alabama ratepayers and fight back against liberal green energy agendas that threaten our way of life.
From small farms to front porches, people deserve someone that will fight for them, someone who understands them and understands their struggles. I'm Matt Gentry. I'm asking for your prayers, your support, and your vote for the Public Service Commission.
Because Alabama doesn't need more politics. It needs a sheriff. Paid for by Gentry for PSC. P.O. Box 655, Coleman Avenue, 35056.
Yes?
Yeah, I'm Bill. You called about some breakers tripping?
Oh, yes, Bill. My brother-in-law says you can do almost anything.
That's me. Not much I hadn't seen.
Do you really want someone who does almost anything in your electric box? Think about that. Because each year, thousands of home fires are caused by faulty wiring. That's why you want a professional, like the electricians at Crosby Electric.
Bill, how's it going? Bill, ooh, are you okay?
Oh, yeah, well, I didn't really need my eyebrows anyway.
At Crosby Electric, all technicians undergo rigorous safety training, as well as background checks, drug testing, and continuing education.
Bill, you think maybe I should call a real electrician?
No, these little slip-ups happen. Everybody does it.
Really?
No, not really. When you need professional electric work or you just like someone to assess your home for safety, call the experts at Crosby Electric, 272-2085, or visit us at crosbyelectric.com.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Wiley Sanders Truck Lines.
Truckers, listen up. A $2,500 sign-on bonus only at Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Work for a company that puts God and family first. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines work for the best in the business.
It's a pretty quiet forecast for the next several days. Today, we'll say mostly cloudy, limited sunshine. High temperatures 78 to 80. The rain chances are not zero, but less than 20% here in central Alabama. Better chance down in southeast Alabama today. Partly cloudy down to 60 tonight. Mostly sunny tomorrow, Thursday, Friday. We'll be in the low 80s tomorrow, near 80 Thursday, low to mid 80s Friday. But some cooler nights on the way, near 60 on Wednesday night, only low 50s on Thursday night. Then expect a touch of summer by the weekend. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
All the headlines the mainstream media won't touch. Your News Talk station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Anyway, I'm already ready for Friday. Don't know why, though.
I think everything might be better.
Democrats seek new message for midterms. Yeah, they might need it.
Yeah.
Though I have to
Definitely
say,
need something.
I'm looking at the inflation numbers and how this war is dragging on, and they're asking for even more money for the Pentagon today. Seth is. I'm like, what is this? What are we doing? The debt's still sky high.
Yeah.
I thought this was going to be like a 60-day thing. Real quick. And I'm like, I agree, it's not as long as World War II. It's certainly not as long as Vietnam or Iraq or Afghanistan. Fair enough, but that's not the point I'm making, or a lot of folks are making. It's like the inflation numbers have popped up big. The Fed will probably raise rates again if you keep going down this. Now, this is mostly being driven by high energy prices, but that affects everything. And they can say, well, it's gotten better than, okay. But to our point we were making in part earlier, that's not what gets people to go vote.
Nope.
This reasonable argument. That is not how that works at all. Anyway, let's go to Jim. Hey, Jim, how you doing?
Yeah, it's not like exactly like we want, but let's look at it this way. What if the salad maker was president? And no, Tampon Tim was vice president. What do you think we'd be in right now? We'd all be taking Chinese lessons.
Yeah, in a depression, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah, and don't get me wrong.
We'd be down the toilet.
I'm not regretting my vote. And plus, we live in Alabama. It was always going Trump's way around these parts.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, I read that article on 1819, that filthy mouth woman. Who in the world would vote somebody like that in the office?
Yeah.
What a piece of crap.
It's just a nasty person.
And it's just the talking part. Look at Figures down there. He says the same stuff. Terry Sewell, they're all spouting the exact same stuff. They got their talking points in their orders from the Democratic Party, and that's what they're doing. But I mean, that was just disgusting.
Yeah.
That woman couldn't hold Clarence Thomas ballpoint pen. I mean, and did you see any coverage or not on AL.crap? They didn't cover it, did they?
I've never even looked at their stuff.
Yeah, well, I look at it to look at some sports stuff. Other than that, it's just a clickbait crap show over there. That's all that is. I wish you'd have one of those guys on, though. Let him come on your show and debate him or something, Joey.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
I don't think I couldn't put you through that. That'd be, I'm talking about. What's the guy's name? Twitmeyer.
Oh yeah. No, and I am pretty dumb, so he's at war with me. So, I guess I should stand up for myself. But I'm so dumb, I'd kind of be like, yeah.
No, you're not. Anyway, you're very wise in your young age. But But anyway, that was just oh god. And it just gets it. People will just turn around and vote that type of person right back in office.
Yep.
And then they wonder why nothing's working out for them. Yep. That's disgusting. Anyway, that's just. Hey, were y'all having any problems with your website there for a minute? I had some trouble getting on there.
I have no idea.
Yeah, it seems to be up and going now, but don't know really if something happened earlier.
Sent me to some kind of thing. It's some cloud thing. It said.
We need to go put some more cheese in front of the mouse.
Yep, I believe you're right.
That hamster's still turning that thing.
Need some WD-40 on the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. But anyways, yeah, this. I just, I go to 1819 to get my news there. They always seem to do a great job, and to get the facts stuff. And you never see this stuff on the local TV news either. A lot of the stuff they talk about. Why is that? Couldn't be the local politics, could it? Like over there in Montgomery?
Could be. Could be.
Something like that. Yeah, it's almost like we don't get along. It's like different institutions.
Yeah.
Completely.
Hey, y'all, Montgomery had a good weekend. They only had one murder.
Right.
Over there this weekend. Is it only 16 people have been murdered over there?
Only, yeah.
Only 16.
Since when? For the year? Thought it was more than that.
No, up through the other day when somebody was.
Yeah, because they found another one yesterday. Another body.
What is the highest Montgomery's ever been? Do you know for a year?
I don't remember.
Would have been around that 2020 period.
Yeah, I just don't remember the count, but I do remember hearing that it was a record.
In the 20s?
Mm-hmm.
Not in 2020. I think it got up in the 80s or something.
80?
Yeah. I was thinking the mid-70s, yeah.
Well, anyway, y'all have a good rest of the week.
You too,
Jim.
Thank you, Jim.
See you, brother.
Yeah. I mean, what can you do? You can say what you think, what you believe, but
good luck.
What are you going to do? And yeah, we've come down from that all-time high, but the baseline's still a lot higher than, say, before 2019.
Still the craziness, the things that are happening in daytime right now.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a police station here recently that got pinched by the feds for skewing data?
I don't know if they did. I don't know if it was here.
No, it wasn't like remotely
Local?
around here, but I know it was.
I wouldn't put it past a lot of these places.
It would not surprise me.
And we need more of that sort of oversight.
Right.
But anyway, we got to hit another break. First, as part of the program, brought to you by Pest Pro Services and their Pest Pro Ashley. And that great team, they're ready to help you with, any and all your pest control needs. Seen any more scorpions, Eddie?
I have not, but I seen something yesterday. It was those millipedes, and they seem to be getting longer and only having more legs.
Stuff in nightmares.
Yeah, because when I smashed it, well, it just kind of separated and kept going. So I had to smash it 3 times.
Oh, no.
All 3 of them.
It's like a hydra?
Yeah, it's just like we killed part of it, but the other part kept going.
There's no central brain. It's just everywhere.
What it seemed like made me feel very uncomfortable.
I'm glad you have Pest Pro on your side.
Yeah, I wish everybody did, because when I'm out at people's houses, I hate asking them, but sometimes I do have to ask them, who does your pest control service? I'm amazed on how many people say, I really just use a little bit of stuff from Walmart. And then they realize, well, you probably have a problem. You might want to get somebody to actually take care of this on a regular basis.
Now, yesterday, I admit, my grandfather and I don't really go outside.
Yeah.
But I've tried a new thing where I will pray while walking around in the backyard, because there's this whole walk area through more of a wooded area.
Oh, that's nice.
Like the trees. And I got bit by a mosquito.
Really?
First time in a long time.
Yep.
And I'm like, if I'm going to keep doing this praying outside thing, which is great, having the birds be your accompaniment.
Oh, of course.
Pretty awesome.
Beautiful.
I'm going to need to call Pest Pro to get them to come treat these mosquitoes.
Dude, I'm telling you, Joey, it works. We've got it at both of our lake houses now. We have no mosquito problems. None.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I like it.
And, of course, if you're just looking for a great company where you can have it like reasonable cost, budgeted over the year, get on their monthly subscription model there at Pest Pro, and you're going to love them. Easy to work with, great local folks. Talk about a true success story out of the whole pandemic thing we just brought up. That's Pest Pro Services. You can always learn more at ppsriverregion.com or search Pest Pro Services on the Book of Faces, or just call them direct at 265-9990. That's 265-9990. When you want to know, call a pro. Pest Pro Services, and be sure to tell them that Joey, Eddie, and Byron, those fellas on the radio, sent you.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings 6 till 9 and afternoons 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
The Health and Wealth Show. The Health and Wealth Show. The show so nice, we said it twice. Weekday evenings at 6 on News Talk 93.1 WACV. The Health.
Wake it up, son. Joke's over, hey?
Hi, I'm Mark DePlanche with Admiral Movers. People ask, what makes Admiral Movers different from other movers? It's simple. We take pride in caring for our team, so we know that they will take care of you. All of our team members are Admiral employees. They are all fully background checked and trained in-house. We never hire day laborers. So for your next move, whether it's a commercial move or household move, across town or across the country, call Montgomery's favorite movers, Admiral Movers. Mention code SUMMER10 to save 10% on your next move.
Hi, this is Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop. Listen every Saturday to Winning Wellness and learn from experts in different fields of science and technology how nutritional supplements can help you.
Listen to Winning Wellness every Saturday at 10 a.m.
We get Montgomery talking 24 hours a day. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. This part of the program brought to you by Bo Goodson and the Goodson Group. And there at the Goodson Group, Bo and his team are ready to help you. Whether you're looking to buy or sell here in the Montgomery and surrounding areas. And of course, I'm talking about real estate. I'm talking about houses, property. They can help you here in the River Region real estate market. Bo's been working this market for about half a century now, and not only can they help you at the Goodson Group with buying and selling property, but they have management services available should you want to rent out your home. Really good idea in this market. But if you don't have any experience managing a rental, you need to call up the Goodson Group right now, and for a reasonable fee, they can manage it for you, and it'll still be a performing asset for you. So check them out today. You can always learn more at thegoodsongroup.com or give them a call at 551-0225. That's 551-0225. Bo Goodson and the Goodson Group, great sponsor here of the program. Now, to go to a gentleman who made the move quick, and he, deserves a lot of credit. And for all the belly aching from conservatives,
yeah,
Alabama did move all right and pretty quick. Now, a lot of folks wanted a 7-0, like now, but I don't know.
That wasn't realistic.
I don't think it was either. Take what you can get at this point and run with it.
Right.
Build on that.
We'll get 7-0 next time for 2028.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, coming up, we have Trump in, I think it's a Police Week event in the Rose Garden, going, Marco Rubio, let's hear for Marco. J.D. Vance, that's a great ticket right there. I don't know who's going to be. Who do you like better, Marco or J.D.?
Such a
and by the way, it's not an endorsement. Don't you say I endorsed you. He's having too much fun with it. But here is the Attorney General of the great state of Alabama, Steve Marshall. He came out with, after the court ruled that Alabama had the injunction lifted yesterday evening, early in the evening. Let's listen in.
For years, federal courts have forced Alabama to draw its congressional and legislative maps around race, ordering the state to create majority-minority districts under the Voting Rights Act. We have fought for years against courts forcing Alabama to sort its citizens by race, and we were right to fight. On April 29th, the United States Supreme Court issued a landmark ruling in Louisiana versus Calais. The court confirmed what we have been arguing for years. States cannot be forced to gerrymander by race. Challengers to a state's map must now prove that race, not partisan politics, actually drove the state's decisions. That is a watershed moment for Alabama, but we didn't celebrate. Instead, we went to work. The very next day, April 30th, we went straight to the United States Supreme Court, with emergency motions in 3 separate cases. We asked the court to lift the injunctions blocking Alabama from using the map our legislature lawfully enacted. On May 4th, we filed an emergency motion with the 11th Circuit to lift the injunctions on our state Senate map, asking for a ruling before our May 19th primary. On May 5th, we went back to the district court itself and asked it to stay its own orders on the congressional map while the appeals proceeded. On May 7th, we filed a reply brief in the 11th Circuit dismantling every argument the NAACP raised, argument by argument, and making clear their legal theories wrong. And on May 9th, we went back to the Supreme Court with emergency applications, asking the court to immediately block the race-based court-drawn congressional map before May 19th. This afternoon, they did just that. Let's be clear about what happened here. Alabama originally drew its maps around geography and communities, the Gulf Coast, the Black Belt, the Wiregrass, and a federal court punished us for it. Today, the Supreme Court vindicated the state's long-held position. Now, the power to draw Alabama's maps goes back to the people's elected representatives. That's our legislature. For too long, unelected federal judges have had more say over Alabama's elections than Alabama's voters. That ended today. My job in this office was to put the legislature in the best possible legal position to draw a congressional map that favors Republicans 7-0. My office has never taken the charge of our state motto lightly. We dare defend our rights. Stay tuned.
So he's also running for Senate, by the way.
Yeah. Good name idea there.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, what do you think?
He's running for office, right?
Yeah.
Keeping your name out there. You're doing the right thing.
No, it's been a moment in the spotlight and the sun for the Attorney General.
They did the right thing. I mean,
I agree. That was great.
And how much separation was there on any sort of time frame on their actual plan and actions and any of his opponents being able to throw shade? Not very much.
Not much.
So it's going to be interesting who gets in that runoff. Obviously, Barry Moore's in the runoff.
Yeah, he's in.
So is it Steve Marshall or is it Jared Hudson?
Steve's going to be hard to beat up in
hard to
North
beat right
Alabama.
now.
Yeah. Especially right now, after doing stuff like this.
Yep. That's what I mean. It's hard to beat right now.
Yeah, and it's going to be top of mind for folks. All the national media he's done.
And that's in the national media, too.
I get about 6 or 7 Jared Hudson ads a day, at least.
Yeah, I have to say the Hudson campaign's digital campaign is remarkably
And that's
good.
where you win now.
So, it could be Jared shocks people. But also, there are a lot of people in this state that have voted for Steve Marshall to be Attorney General statewide. He's a familiar face. Just from listening to him talk, I'm like, he reminds me of my grandfather. He reminds me of
serious person.
Of a lot of people from Alabama for years. And let's be honest, it's usually the older folks who vote.
I could have done without the stay tuned part at the end.
With the smile?
Yeah.
Yeah, that threw me off too. But I like Steve a lot. And I actually think he's doing great work here. And everybody's kind of moving in the right direction. We didn't get the full 7-0, but
Yeah, that's right.
It was already approved. All you had to do was basically call for a summary judgment off what just happened. Is easy. Move forward.
This part of the program brought to you by Cole Plumbing. And they're Cole Plumbing. They can help you out with, plumbing. Now, what do you mean? What if my faucet is dripping? I don't know how to fix it. They can fix that.
They can do that.
Yeah, any problem little, they can fix.
Yep.
Like flapper on the toilet's broken.
They can fix that.
Big problems.
But even bigger, say
Big
hot
problems.
water heater's just leaking.
Yeah,
And
real
it's time
bad.
for a replacement.
Yeah, maybe you get a tankless water heater
There you
installed.
go. That's what a lot of people do.
Or you can get a regular one, too. They can do that as well. Or maybe your garbage disposal stinks.
Yeah, just not running, just holding garbage.
All right. Son, did you pour bacon grease down there?
It's not a lubricant. Not a lubricant.
No, it ain't. And it's just, especially when you turn on the garbage disposal and it makes noise.
You just don't do
But
that.
it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like sling blades in your sink.
You got Carl over there.
Yeah, exactly. Or maybe you don't really have an issue that's pressing other than you want nicer things. So maybe a taller toilet. Maybe new accessories, like you want to get some fancy shower head installed or whatever.
Grab bar, safety bars.
Yeah, they can help you that, especially if you're getting up there in age. You need that little extra. Something to hold on to. They can help you at Cole Plumbing. So you'll check them out today. You can always make an appointment online at coleplumbing.com, but I suggest save their number, especially for you Verizon customers, 334-279-8919. That's 279-8919. And just remember, folks, when you have trouble with your bowl,
call on Cole, Joey.
We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusada, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. President Trump set to leave for Beijing for high-stakes talks with President Xi Jinping. The U.S. has been trying to persuade China to use its influence over Iran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. China is a major buyer of Iranian oil and insists it wants the war to end, even as the U.S. accuses Chinese firms of actually helping Iran's military. Amazon is opening store-sized delivery hubs in dozens of cities around the country to get some products to customers in as fast as 30 minutes or less. The e-commerce titan's ultra-fast Amazon Now service first launched in India last June. Amazon says it's now also available in 5 other countries and expanding here in the U.S. The model of cargo plane that crashed in Kentucky last fall after an engine fell off a UPS jet during takeoff has resumed operations, the FAA approving Boeing's proposed fix for the workhorse MD-11. This is SRN News.
Health insurance rates are surging in America, leaving millions without affordable options. If you're sick of having paychecks eaten up by healthcare costs or dealing with mega corporations, then listen to this. Christians don't need to waste money on a broken system. That's why I want to tell you about Christian Healthcare Ministries. It's an alternative to traditional health insurance at half the cost. With CHM, fellow believers contribute monthly to help pay each other's medical bills. There's no enrollment period, so you can join anytime. And you aren't restricted to provider networks, so you choose the doctors and hospitals you want. It's that simple. CHM is not insurance. It's a ministry that puts faith into action. Feel the difference of financial support and biblical care from fellow believers. Join CHM today by visiting chministries.org/wellness. That's chministries.org/wellness.
Rich Thomas weather brought to you by M&M Outdoors. Book your stay today at MNMcampground.com for relaxation at its best. It's easy to find and hard to leave. M&M Outdoors, your home away from home.
Rich Thomas weather. It's a pretty quiet forecast for the next several days. Today we'll say mostly cloudy, limited sunshine. High temperatures 78 to 80. The rain chances are not zero, but less than 20% here in central Alabama. Better chance down in southeast Alabama today. Partly cloudy down to 60 tonight. Mostly sunny tomorrow, Thursday, Friday. We'll be in the low 80s tomorrow, near 80 Thursday, low to mid 80s Friday. But some cooler nights on the way, near 60 on Wednesday night, only low 50s on Thursday night. Then expect a touch of summer by the weekend. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Big dreams for your home on a tight budget? ASE's $26.26 as you covered. Unlock your home's equity with just $26 in closing costs. No fees, no headaches. Visit your local ASE branch today. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 420259.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, these are today's top stories. The state of Alabama is opening its own investigation into the Southern Poverty Law Center. The action comes just weeks after the SPLC was indicted on federal fraud charges. Alabama Attorney General Steve Marshall made the announcement Monday, adding that he believes the SPLC was monetizing hate and trading on race baiting. An Autauga County child is fighting for her life after being shot in the face Monday afternoon. The shooting happened near County Road 40 between Posey Crossroads and Pine Level. The juvenile female was flown to Children's Hospital in Birmingham and listed in critical but stable condition. Details are limited, but investigators believe the shooting was accidental. The victim of a Saturday homicide in downtown Montgomery has been identified. 41-year-old Tony Julius was shot in the 300 block of North Decatur Street around 6:30 Saturday evening. Julius was pronounced dead at the scene. Investigators believe the murder was a targeted act. This is Montgomery's 16th homicide so far this year. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368. An equal housing lender.
Paid for by McGinnis for Alabama, 203 Investment Lane, Summerdale, Alabama, 36580.
Hillary! Hillary! I'm really feeling my pain. I sure could use a 5-point plan. right now.
I'm Christina Warner McInnes, and we all need the 5-point plan for Alabama farms and families. Better food security. They should be able to buy Alabama rotisserie chicken with SNAP benefits, not margarita mix. Guide more farmers to the millions of dollars in grants they deserve. Protect our farmland from China and promote sweet-grown Alabama for tourism. We need more Alabama food on the plates of our schools and home. It's time to tell the politicians in Montgomery, same old is not working for us.
Christina Warner McInnes for Agriculture.
I haven't asked the big guy yet, but I have a feeling he'll like the plan.
This 5-point plan is huge, very special. And believe me, I know the 5-point plan. And all the other 5-point plans are horrible, probably made in China.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is Frank Bertarelli with Zap Pest Control. We're here today to thank Blue Water Broadcasting. We're now over 31 years in business. If you don't believe in radio advertisement, give these guys a chance. You won't be disappointed. Zap Pest Control is still on the move today, thanks to the friendships we've made with Blue Water Broadcasting.
Radio works. It's as simple as that. Call us to find out how radio can work for your business. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's News and Views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Now, we have some other stories today we can get to in a second. Including, there's a New York Times article that is not about politics.
What?
That's why I'm going to trust it.
Okay.
They are saying, and this is more, I think, your generation, Eddie Bader.
Probably so.
They are saying amongst the youngins, Hacky Sack is popular again.
Bunch of stoners.
And there's new science on why some people are mosquito magnets.
Get that sweet blood.
Yeah.
That sweet meat.
Well, I always thought sweet meat.
Sweet meat.
Or the alcohol.
So we'll get to all sorts of stuff. And, you know, how much the Iran war has cost. Stay tuned for that.
$4.19 a gallon.
Yeah, and Trump's talking about Cuba. Also, Trump fulfilling a promise on housing, trying to ban some of the big firms, financial firms, from buying up houses underneath everyday folks. So plenty to get to. But first, let's go to simpler days.
Okay.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, yeah, pretty good. It's really unique how mosquitoes bite some people and they don't bite others. And it's like some people are allergic to, you know, the poison ivy or poison oak, and then other people it doesn't affect them.
And some people, cilantro tastes like soap.
Yes, it does to me, and I eat it anyway. My wife, she can't stand it. Doesn't bother me none.
Well, that's what my wife is. It doesn't affect, you know, the poison oak, poison ivy doesn't affect her. She grew up in the country, and but mosquitoes tear her up, and they don't bite me. So who knows? Maybe it's in the DNA. But you were talking about the homicide numbers before y'all went on break. One of the callers brought up. And let's take a trip down memory lane. 2019, Mayor Reed was elected. So let's just take 2019 off the table. But in 2020, 75 was the high number.
I thought it was in the 70s, yeah.
2020, 75 was the high number. 2023
the concealed carry or open carry, however you want to, was passed, and all we heard was that the homicides were going to skyrocket. They were going to go through the roof,
right?
Because they passed this law. Well, ever since 2023, they have consistently stayed in the 60s range.
Interesting.
So something doesn't. Of course, we don't know what this year is going to hold, but consistently they've stayed in the 60s. So either it had an opposite effect of what they said it was, and they also said that law enforcement officers weren't going to be able to do their job, get out and make stops and all that stuff, which we know now was total BS.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the most interesting numbers is, gentlemen, is in 2010, when I retired from the Montgomery Police Department and went to work for the Montgomery DA's office, the number of homicides in 2010, when Kevin Murphy was chief, was 25.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
25. What changed?
I'm just going to ask you what changed.
That's what I was thinking earlier. The baseline is like double, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's say it maybe not quite double. Say the baseline before 2019 was like 40.
Okay.
So I remember like 2014 was a pretty bad year, if I'm remembering correctly. But yeah, all the way back earlier it was only 25. You are now talking about doubling and tripling. And to essentially have stepped up, say, an extra 20 homicides for the last remaining years after that high in 2020, it's not acceptable. And what changed is we don't have officers and we don't have quality leadership.
And that, it's a combination of factors. But you would think with the city losing population from 2010,
right,
from the early 2000s, that the homicides would decrease also.
Well, it wasn't the bad people that moved out.
Well, there you go. But people don't want to face reality.
Yep.
And the reality is that when I retired in 2010, we had a little over 500 officers. I think about 505 was the number. We had 50 officers assigned to the traffic division. They were writing traffic tickets, working accidents, the whole 9 yards. But when you don't have officers on the street stopping people, doing investigative stops, finding weapons, and doing the little things, this is what's going to happen. Y'all have a good day.
Appreciate
Thank
you.
See you some days.
Yeah, and that's a really good point in the sense of, you focus on the crazy numbers of homicides, but a lot of police work is much more than when somebody's been shot or stabbed.
You want it to be on the preventative side.
Well, but a lot of it can also be your traffic enforcement. Like, have you driven around Montgomery lately?
Like a bat out of hell.
Wow, that's you.
No, there's no cops. I'm tired of being the one that's slow guy in the lane.
Yeah.
I seen some cop enforcement the other day, though, but they were, and I think it's what the city has hired, but they were not in police vehicles. They were in unmarked vehicles with police lights.
And they are ready. Like I saw them, there was a major wreck on Carmichael that was going to block Perry Hill and Carmichael. They had several folks there, cruisers there, and they got it cleaned up fast. So they have plans with the current force levels on making sure, if some major throughway is messed up, we can handle it. But when you're talking about the basic enforcement of things over time, people get lax, and then thus people driving get lax in their habits, and there we are.
Yep.
No, it probably was good for me that every once in a while I'll get a speeding ticket.
It's good for everybody. Even if you don't have to pay the ticket, just the action of
the
getting
last
pulled
one
over.
I got, I was annoyed.
Yeah, but
because it was in Forest Hills on Green Ridge, that hill.
And you were going too fast down it, Sonny.
Yeah, it just was like, really? It was some old school white cop with a big old bushy mustache, and I'm
waiting
like,
on you, man.
Man,
you said something that day, and he's like, "I'm going to wait on this guy."
Yeah,
Show him who the boss is.
Gum, man. But yeah, it got me.
No, but that's just it. And it's again, whether they get a ticket or not, it's a reminder to me. Hey, slow it down a little bit. You've obviously gone well enough where you've got someone else's attention. Bring it down a little bit.
Now, one that did freak me out is I'm on Zelda Road, and I'm going towards Carter Hill. Police cruisers going the other way towards Ann Street. We crossed right where the Max Federal Credit Union is, that bank with the light, the traffic light. I see him flip. He goes past me. He flips on lights, Does a Huey in the middle of the road, pulls up behind me. I'm like, what in the world did I do? Yeah, your headlight's out. I'm like, okay, I'll get that fixed.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's fine. Thank you for telling me. I didn't even notice.
Yeah. I like it better when they kind of give me the dirty look and flip the light on and keep going. That means, hey, slow down, stupid, before I give you a ticket. I appreciate that. I appreciate that warning.
Yeah, you definitely need it. You drive all right? You a safe driver?
I do my best, so long as deer stop from jumping out in front of me. I typically do all right. Getting back to some of the crime problem in Montgomery.
Yeah.
So our truancy levels. I bet
last time I checked, or last time somebody did a report, I think it was Thrasher that did the report, but yeah, truancy levels were ridiculous.
But I bet if we go back to that number around 2010 and start tracking some of those numbers, we'll see something. And as these police officers diminish, who's going to hold the parents accountable that aren't holding, making sure their kids are in school? So it's just going to be self-fulfilling in that sense, man.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame to see, and this is accepted as just
That's what drives me crazy, is accepted. I remember even when we were in junior high school, and we weren't the best, we'd skip school now and again, but when we skipped school, we kept low until 3 o'clock. Because anybody knew, hey, there's a teenager over there. Shouldn't he be in school? It's a Wednesday. And, we were always worried about getting busted, and a time or two we did.
Senior year, I figured out dual enrollment.
Senior year.
meant I could go pretend to try to learn piano at Faulkner.
Yeah.
Which I tried. It didn't work. I can do some basic chords still. But, and then I pretty much had, the day. I had to come back just to be on campus when the bell finally rang. But,
what a rube.
But, no, they required me to, show up to.
Yeah, my senior year, I had 2 classes, Alaska history and PE, and then I got to go to work for the rest of the day.
There's another time I skipped one. Yeah. How did I do it? I went with the second group to the old folks' home. It was kind of a great time. No, there's this guy who did not talk at all, clearly had dementia, and he just would sit there, frown on his face, probably in his 80s, and you couldn't get a rise out of him.
No matter what?
No matter what. Just sit there, like a statue. And then one of my buddies, Kyle, just wallops one of my other buddies in the back of the lead with a putter, because we were playing putt-putt and he just wallops him in the back of the lead. You saw that guy was a statue, go. Well, we made that fella's day. We got a Three Stooges fan there. Anyway. Yeah. Montgomery just makes me sad, man. When I start talking about the administrative stuff, and hey, you want to go to the water park?
I can't this weekend.
You can't?
No, but I'm available anytime next week after that. Anytime's good for me.
No, we can't do any water stuff.
Huh? We're going to take our skateboards?
No, the water's still flowing, I think, but it's
Oh, so we're not supposed to get in?
Yeah, we're not supposed to get in. But we could do a rope course or go to Edie's.
Yeah, that's right. We can go to Edie's.
Or Eddie's, whatever it's
whatever
called.
it is.
Have you eaten out there?
I went there one time. It was not a good time. That was years ago, though.
That was years ago?
Years ago.
Okay.
I haven't been back. I can only imagine it's gotten better. You'd have to.
Yeah, Montgomery's got some good breakfast spots now.
Man.
I go to Chappie's a lot. But you tried that Big Bad Breakfast.
I've gone there 2 or 3 times now, dude. It was something else. In fact, Byron was down there this morning. That's something else. Great location. I mean, I didn't even know it was there. I think Hannah's the one who told me about it about a month ago. And yeah, we'll be there on the regular now.
How's Hannah doing?
Yeah.
She want to be back on the show anytime?
Yeah.
Okay. She's welcome.
I
told you that in a text, but putting it out there publicly.
If you haven't been to the new breakfast joint, we need to go.
I'm telling you, dude. Okay. I've had 3 or 4 different items off their menu, and because Hannah and I will share. Dude, it's good. I mean, there's not a bad thing on the menu. So, kind of nice.
Just the way you said that, it sounded like you were talking to Big Back.
Oh, well.
Dude, it's good. You did the little.
Yeah, find out where I got the Mean Girl from. That's
you have a lot of
Big Back's influence on me.
He's got a lot of lady mannerisms. Let's go to line 1. You're on there. Is this?
Hey, it's Skipper.
Hey, Skipper.
You were talking about traffic a minute ago and about the policing the major intersections, getting those cleared. Working with Skywatch morning and afternoons, I can tell you that that's not accurate.
Okay. Happy to be correct.
We have 3 and 4 vehicle accidents, major intersections. The fire department shows up for injuries, and cops usually don't get there for half an hour or so.
Oh, wow.
I have seen we have had days where, well, I'll put it like this. If there's an accident in Prattville, any given street, major street, McQueen Street, Cobbs Ford, somewhere, within 25 minutes, that accident is cleared. Even if they need a wrecker, maybe a half an hour, it's cleared. In Wetumpka, pretty much the same thing. We have seen accidents in Montgomery, working with Skywatch, that the wreck will occur. There won't be a police officer on the scene for at least an hour.
Oof.
There will be medics will come, work with anybody that might be injured, leave, and those vehicles will remain by the side of the road, on the interstate, on the Atlanta Highway, Taylor Road. At Taylor Road, they seem to, for whatever reason, at Taylor Road, they will send people out, but we have seen people wait 20 to 30 minutes before a police officer has been on the scene there, as congested as that is. And it's a daily occurrence.
Yeah.
Taylor Road, that area is crazy,
And we also hear what's going on now because, and I think, and I don't know this for a fact, but I'm assuming that this is because of the lack of officers.
Yeah.
You will hear when everything really gets jumping, when we have 4 or 5 accidents going on, it is not uncommon for accident 3, 4, and 5 and upwards of that to be sitting there, if they stay sitting there for 3 to 4 hours.
Good Lord.
We've had accidents happen right after 3 o'clock, and they were still there waiting on the side of the road at 5:45. We also hear the dispatchers doing things like they read a laundry list. They will, and it's not just accidents, but different codes for everything from domestic disputes, burglaries, person with a gun, code 8, somebody with a gun, and they will read about 8 to 15 calls, and it'll be any available person.
Oh wow!
Can you take this? And you know, I mean, we hear this on almost everyday basis. Not every day, but I guarantee you, a couple of times a week, we'll hear all units. Code 8, this address, code 30, this address, code 25, this address, code 12, this address, and it'll just be, and I'll start counting them. And I was thinking about trying to catch them on tape so I could just show you an example.
Yeah.
You'll hear them do about 10 calls, and you know, one unit may respond, and then they'll say something like, upper echelon folks that are listening, please monitor this. And you'll hear some of the captains, I guess it's the captains, calling certain units, and they'll say, well, I'm here with this, I can't leave yet. And I'm just telling you right now, if you want to educate yourself about what's happening on the streets in Montgomery, get a scanner. They're very cheap. Turn it on and listen to it. For while you got it on in the background, just listen. And listen to what transpires on the scanner, and it will really show you what's happening in Montgomery. Chases daily, gunshots daily, burglaries daily, altercations daily, and accidents everywhere that fit. I watched an accident on East Boulevard over I-85, happened a little after 3 o'clock one afternoon. 4:15, still there, cars darting around them, almost hitting them coming across the bridge. I called 911 and said, hey, do you guys realize y'all have an accident on Eastern Boulevard on I-85? And the lady literally said to me, and I quote, well, we had an accident at Perry Hill a little while ago. Are you talking about Perry Hill? And I said, no, I-85 on the bridge, on the bridge over I-85, Eastern Boulevard. And I said, you need to get somebody out there. I looked at it on the cam. They're still there. People are almost hitting them. And about the time I hung up with her, a car ran up and hit the back end of the truck that was one of the two vehicles, and smashed into the rear of it. Guy got out holding his head over at the edge of the bridge. So there was a third accident there after that one sat. And we see these kind of things every single day.
Wow.
So that's what I got for you.
I really appreciate this call because I was going off, more anecdotal things, what I see with my own eyes, but to have that perspective with the scanner, and man, that's awful. It's just
we listen to it every single day. We hear it.
Well, yeah, get that recording if you can.
Yeah, I'm going to try to do it. It's just, it just boggles the mind how any city government could let things deteriorate like they are. They make out like they've got this real big presence on the street. But if you have 4 or 5 accidents, I guarantee if you have an accident in Montgomery and there's already 2 or 3, you're going to be sitting there well over an hour if the police even respond.
If they respond.
Some people give up. And we hear this all the time, the fire department responding to an accident. No police going there, but a fire department will respond to an accident.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it. Really do.
Thank you, Skipper.
All right, man.
See you, brother.
Thank you.
Let's go to line 2. You're on there. Who's this?
Hola.
Hey, Eric. How you doing?
How y'all doing?
I'm pretty good, actually.
I can attest to a 3-hour wait for Montgomery police to show up to a car accident.
Is that right?
Happened to me. Happened to me. And killer, like more than 1 or 2 units drove by me, and I flagged them down, and they're like, on the way to another call.
Yep.
Is anybody hurt? No.
Don't do traffic.
Right. They'll be here when they get here.
Yep.
Bye.
Seen that many times. I'll tell you, don't do traffic.
That's fantastic. The water park, another great Montgomery attraction. The company I work for, was enrolled to do the whitewater business thing for the local Montgomery folk businesses to, get together and enjoy a part of Montgomery that's, we've invested in and is supposed to be here and bring all this kind of revenue and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And the day before the race was supposed to happen, we get an email saying that it's canceled until further notice.
Yeah, I remember covering that, and it's because there were shots fired the night before, and even the local organizers go, we can't hold a major national event like this in good conscience.
Oh, well, then they lied to us outright. Because they said that the pump was broken and wouldn't be repaired for 30 days.
No, it ain't the pump. There's a whole nother.
I was thinking of the raceway.
Yeah, he was thinking of the raceway, but yeah, what you're talking about, I don't know if they said pump or what, but I know it's not a pump.
Sorry, I crossed wires there. A lot of different cancellation.
We spend all this money, and then when the city is supposed to have something for, the businesses that are local and I guess some outside businesses as well, it's not available to us. We can do the Olympics and foster it for all these other folks, which I don't know, whatever. But, the people that live here can't use it because we can't. The maintenance went out. How old is that park? A couple years?
Yeah.
And they couldn't figure this out the day before a major event that they've had planned for months and months and months.
No, they couldn't fix it. They figured it out.
Well, at least the board fired the executive director.
There you
That'll
go.
solve it.
Change the name of it.
Oh, well.
It fixes everything.
Mm-hmm.
Seen that around schools.
What did they change the name of it to?
The next disaster that Alabama or Montgomery's paid for. Just like our recycling center. How's that coming over there?
Yeah, how's that working out for us?
Can we recycle the recycling center now and cut our losses? Sell that scrap metal? Be done with it?
Maybe we could get boats filled with trash to go down to the recycling center and have just like a little turnaround. We could have a little race down there, fill your boat up, go down there, get some stuff recycled.
Well, I tell you what, Eric.
Ridiculous, man.
Up on Lake Jordan, we can produce a little something for your company if you want to. I'll send you some information. Of course, there's a little fee involved.
Yeah, sure.
Well, we paid a fee for this one.
That's what I figured. Yeah, we can do that, man. We can do that. In fact, I tell you what, we'll throw in a bonus after dark. We'll go over to the YMCA camp after dark.
Why? Let's go.
Yeah, we got to do that part after dark.
Armadillos up, boys. Let's go.
Can't do it during the daytime. Might get kicked out.
Well,
Yeah.
No, by the way, great hearing your voice, Eric. And I have to say, it just kind of hit me. I literally do spend most of my day, if I'm not watching something stupid with my grandfather, like bowling or some TV show, praying. And it just hit me like why I do this. Because we've talked about Montgomery the last hour and a half. It's sad.
Mm-hmm. It is sad.
Yep. Just sad.
I mean, but it'll be everything under the sun other than the people running it. It's not their fault. We don't have tax money, or they redistricted the voting thing,
or y'all are just negative about it. That's why it's so negative.
Or it's just a horrible idea to begin with.
Oh, well, I mean, what do I know? I'm just some redneck painter, a racist painter out here. So no matter what I say, I'm wrong.
Who can speak the Spanish?
Yes, he can.
Sí, güey. Este pinche güeros necesitan hablar con nosotros, güey.
He's talking
you know
about
what I'm saying?
No, he don't.
Well, I need to work on it because, like, a lot of the folks I go to church with speak the Spanish. So
have you thrown out the words you know, like burrito, taco?
No, I've met that challenge by starting to learn Latin. I'm sure ecclesiastical Latin will come in real handy in communicating.
You'll meet them halfway, Joey.
Yeah.
A lot. I have learned a lot about Hispanic people, and them folks, the ones that go to church and all that stuff, they are serious.
Oh yes,
and even
sir.
the ones that don't go. I mean, there are some things in there, like they hate Donald Trump with a passion. And, I've tried to have that conversation with them. I'm not trying to win anybody over for Trump. I'm not trying to win them over for Trump. I've learned this. They want to blame everything on Trump, which is fine. That's their prerogative. But the fact of the matter is this immigration has been in the toilet since I was a kid.
Yep.
And the fact that we're enforcing the rules on the books, that's not Trump's fault. He's just saying law and order. Now, all this other mess and stuff, I don't, whatever. I just think, it doesn't matter what I think. But it's a pile of BS is what it is. I mean, both political parties, or all three political parties, contributed to this to monetize illegal immigrants. I mean, if you can take taxes from folks that don't have Social Security numbers and are here illegally, well, what are you saying to them? I mean, what are you doing?
You give them the wink and nod, buddy. Give them the wink and nod.
It's a problem, but it's not my problem because it's not my neighborhood or whatever it is. And I mean, a lot of this stuff, man, people are people. You could say anything you say about any other culture, you could definitely say about U.S. citizens. So, that to me is a moot point because, I mean, I know most of the Hispanics I know are property owners, business owners, work multiple jobs, people. Have huge families, have a huge family ethic. Like, family is the center of their world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Some would say we could learn a little bit of something from them, remember where we used to be, but that would be racist, I'm sure.
100%.
Well, I appreciate the call, man. Good call.
All right, y'all. Adios. Tengo
See you, dog.
And we got a few other callers on deck, but we got to hit another break. And first, as part of the program, brought to you by Dylan Rings. And over there at Dylan Rings, I actually saw a Facebook post. I think he posted this thing.
I believe
right
he
here.
did, Joey.
Yeah, if I lean in closer. I mean, that is something, not the medallion, but the heart. The heart is what Josh
what the heart wants.
Ryder made for me, custom made. You can go on my Facebook page or on Dylan Ring's Facebook page, see it up close. It's actually a sacred heart icon with a crown of thorns with rose gold. And I thought he just did fantastic work. I was being a little particular, but it was great going through the entire process from just sitting there kind of sketching out the basic idea to see the artistic rendering he put together to then seeing the CAD drawing. Seeing the actual dimensions, what's pretty much going to look like, and then he made it a reality.
That's so cool.
And here it is, and it's just easy to work with them. And so if you do have an idea, and actually the idea with this, I'm being serious, at one point, and I don't know if it's going to be romantic or it's just something else, but the plan is to give this away.
Right. That's really cool.
Just look out. Could be tomorrow, could be years from now, whenever. When the moment's right, I plan on giving this away.
Awesome.
And so if you want to just do something fun, something cool like that, they can help you out there. But of course, if you got a big thing, like you want to ask somebody to marry you, you want a custom-made engagement ring, that's all right. That's all right. And of course, they have an amazing selection there at Dylan Rings. They can also do repair work, spa treatments to clean up jewelry that you love, that you wear all the time. They can do it all. So you check them out today. Get by 119 Brown Springs Road here in Montgomery, just off of Atlanta Highway. And be sure to tell Josh, that awesome dude, I love what he made for me. Be sure to tell him and Leslie that Joey, Eddie, and Byron, those fellas on the radio, sent you. We'll be right back.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Congressman Barry Moore has always delivered for Alabama. As a member of the House Freedom Caucus, Barry Moore earned a score of 100 from Heritage Action for protecting our values. He's helped thousands of Alabama families, fought for our veterans as a veteran himself, and secured millions for infrastructure, first responders, and public safety. Barry Moore helped pass Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill, delivering tax cuts for hardworking Alabama families, and stood strong to secure our borders. Now, Barry is taking that fight to the United States Senate. Barry Moore will defend our freedoms, defend the Second Amendment, protect our children, stand up for parents, and keep boys out of girls' sports, while continuing to cut taxes and lower prices. Endorsed by President Trump, Barry Moore is a proven conservative Alabama can trust.
I'm Congressman Barry Moore. I've rolled up my sleeves in Congress, and I'll keep fighting for Alabama in the U.S. Senate. I'm Barry Moore, a conservative fighter, and I approve this message.
Approved and paid for by Barry Moore for U.S. Senate.
Before you commit to that plumbing repair or upgrade, get a second opinion from Headley Plumbing. Our estimate could save you thousands. We do it all: residential, commercial, and septic tank service, serving the entire river region. No membership, no contract, just fair, reliable service. Call Headley Plumbing at 285-3667 or visit headleyplumbing.com. In our business, a flush beats a full house.
Headley Metal Buildings has been your source for quality metal buildings in the river region since 2007. Carports up to 24 feet wide, RV covers, storage buildings, even a sturdy metal barn up to 54 feet wide. Your structure can be customized, installed on level ground, and comes with a 20-year warranty. Let Headley Metal Buildings help you find the perfect solution. Financing available. Call 285-3667 for details or find Headley Metal Buildings on Facebook.
This is your roving reporter. Today I'm talking with a man from outer space.
What's up, Earthling?
I see you've landed your spacecraft over there in that field.
That's right, man.
My question is, why have you landed here on our planet?
I came to see David Ernest.
The asset preservationist?
Yeah, man. I wanted to see if he would take a look at my portfolio for me.
Well, before you make the trip over there, call him on his toll-free number, 833-596-7233.
And I understand those last 4 digits spell out the word safe.
That is correct.
Funny thing happened the last time I came to Earth.
What was that?
I went to the Walmart, man.
Yes?
And I accidentally went in the back door.
How did that work out?
Well, they stopped me and very gently told me that I needed to go around front and come in.
And then what did you do?
I said, cool, man. Take me to your greeter.
You flew millions of miles just for that.
Hey, man, I don't ride them. I just read them.
We get this question all the time.
Do you handle that?
Buying or selling a home?
Yes.
Commercial?
Yes.
Land or investments?
Absolutely. Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. One team.
Every real estate move. 334-322-0662.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values. This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368. An equal housing lender.
A man who's done a fantastic job, Sheriff Matt Gentry. Thank you.
When Alabama families needed protecting, Matt Gentry answered the call. For nearly 30 years as a Marine, a deputy, and now the Sheriff of Coleman County, he's stood between us and danger. Now, Matt is taking that same no-nonsense approach to the Public Service Commission to stand up for Alabama ratepayers and fight back against liberal green energy agendas that threaten our way of life.
From small farms to front porches, people deserve someone that will fight for them, someone who understands them and understands their struggles. I'm Matt Gentry. I'm asking for your prayers, your support, and your vote for the Public Service Commission.
Because Alabama doesn't need more politics. It needs a sheriff. Paid for by Gentry for PSC. P.O. Box 655, Coleman Avenue, 35056.
2026 marks 60 years that hope has had a home in Alabama. At the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches, children who've lost everything through no fault of their own have found something priceless. A safe place to live, a loving Christian family, and the chance to simply be kids again. Here, boys and girls grow up surrounded by care, guidance, and faith, learning right from wrong, learning responsibility, learning they are valued and that their lives have purpose. As the Alabama sheriffs have believed for 6 decades, it's easier to build boys and girls than to repair men and women. These former ranchers are now teachers, parents, business owners, and leaders, living proof that love, structure, and faith can change a life forever. As the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches celebrate 60 years of serving Alabama's children, you can help ensure the next child has the same chance. Learn how you can make a difference at alabamasheriffsyouthranches.org. 60 years of building lives, and we're just getting started.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Clark Heating, Air, and Plumbing. It's time to schedule your spring tune-up with Clark Heating, Air, and Plumbing. Don't wait. Schedule today. Give them a call at 334-277-2125. Alabama certification number 88007.
Rich Thomas Weather. It's a pretty quiet forecast for the next several days. Today we'll say mostly cloudy, limited sunshine, high temperatures 78 to 80. The rain chances are not zero, but less than 20% here in central Alabama. Better chance down in southeast Alabama today. Partly cloudy down to 60 tonight. Mostly sunny tomorrow, Thursday, Friday. We'll be in the low 80s tomorrow, near 80 Thursday, low to mid 80s Friday. But some cooler nights on the way, near 60 on Wednesday night, only low 50s on Thursday night. Then expect a touch of summer by the weekend. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Delray Publix.
If it concerns your community, you'll hear about it on News Talk 93.1. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Let's go right to the phones and talk to Sandy. Hey, Sandy, how you doing?
Hi, guys.
How you doing, Sandy?
Okay, I just wanted to mention January 3rd at about 11:30 in the morning. I was on Vaughn Road driving east, actually going to a Flower Guild meeting at church, and a lady made a left-hand turn right into me. And I mean, I might have been doing 38, and it totaled my car.
Ooh.
And before she got out of her car, she called the police, called 911 right away. And eventually, maybe in 30 minutes, she decided to call again and asked for an ambulance because I couldn't. I mean, I was okay, but not really. Anyway, so the ambulance came, EMTs and all the paraphernalia, and took me to Jackson Hospital. And so I'm maybe 45 minutes when I left the scene, and no officer had shown up.
Wow.
I don't know how long before they actually came. So, yeah, it's not right.
No, it's not what we pay for. That's for sure.
For sure. Anyway,
It's a shame.
It's a shame. All right, I'm glad she had insurance.
Yes.
There you go.
That's a plus.
She had insurance. That was a blessing. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Sandy.
Last time I was in a wreck, I got real lucky. It was an older man, I want to say too many details, who ran the light. They were coming out of Forest Hills onto Harrison Road. Luckily, I turned, and he just smashed the front left of the car. I'm glad he saw it, too, because it could have been an awful accident if he hadn't seen it at the last second. But it turns out, like, his son was, like, a manager of a body shop. And they, like, handled it within... And this happened, by the way, at 11:30. Had to be on air at noon. So, like, the car could still drive, thank God. And, they got it fixed. Like, that was the easiest, like, oh, okay, y'all can take care of it. I'll bring it by this afternoon.
So nice. Here. Be done with it. Let me know when it's ready.
Anyway. Let's go to Charles first. Hey, Charles.
What up, Charles?
Hey, Joey, Eddie, Byron. How's my 3 radio tiers doing?
We're hanging in here like a hair and a biscuit.
Well, I've been doing patent stuff, and I'm trying to do I want to be a character like Mark Twain did and do my Senator Ledlow on Facebook. You know what I'm talking about, like my political humor?
Yeah.
So I've been practicing to do that and make songs for it and all that kind of stuff. And thought I'd update y'all, and I've been listening to y'all all the time, too. Really good show. And also, Byron, you might want to look into into this as far as this redistricting goes. It's called the Arlington Heights Test, and it's what the federal judges have to use to look at our legislators when they're doing their mapping. Okay, you'll find that really fascinating as to why the Supreme Court would actually turn it back to them, and why we shouldn't have kept the 2023 maps. But anyway, I agree with y'all with some of the police stuff, but I did want to remind everybody, because of my dad, that this is Police Memorial Week.
Yeah.
And Friday is National Day for Fallen Officers.
Yep.
Of course, y'all know that he was a high-ranking one, and I wanted to remind everyone that there are good officers and those who have given their life. And I think these candidates, guys, should go where these families are and these places are taking, these events are taking places, because you're going to have some voters there.
Exactly.
And you're going to really make a difference if any press or anybody does a story about them being there for these families. And anyway, I appreciate all the good work and all the radio there and everything, and keep it up.
Appreciate you, Charles.
And,
Thank you, Charles.
Thanks for having me on.
No, my pleasure, man. Have a good one,
And
Charles.
on Friday, if you want to call in and talk about your dad, I think we'll have a guest on in the 1 o'clock hour. But if you want to say, give something to honor him, feel free, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that greatly.
That'd be great.
Thanks, Charles.
Thank you, Charles.
Let's go to, is this Larry or Terry or Barry? You're on there. Who's this?
Hey, good afternoon, guys.
Hey, bud.
2 anecdotal stories for you for the topic that we're currently discussing. Literally 2 hours ago, there was an incident in a local supermarket involving a pedestrian versus automobile. They did have 3 firefighters respond. They actually had the person stabilized and was loading them into the fire truck or into the paramedic back to get them out. Still no sign of police.
Wow.
So the incident happened, the call went out, the fire department responded, treated the patient, got his stabilized backboard on a stretcher, and still no police.
Heck, oh, man. And this happened like 2 hours ago.
2 hours ago.
Incredible.
So, and on a second note, regarding the recycling center, I wouldn't put a lot of faith in it, because someone who I know who works in a local recycling program told me that basically the recycling program collects everything and it just goes in the dump.
That's what I was always told. Yep. That's what I was told.
That's from someone who works in the business.
Yep.
Sign up for the recycling plant, still got to drive by the poop pond.
Yep. That's where it's going.
That's,
Yep.
And that goes way back, right? That goes back. Who was that? What mayor did that?
Was it Bright?
Bright or Strange? I don't know. I don't want to throw. I want to
I
get it
don't know
right,
which one.
but it goes back a ways.
Just keep the streets paved.
Thanks.
And keep the cops employed. We'll take care of the business end. Have some friendly tax advantages to bring in business, but don't open no damn businesses.
Anyway, can we, in the last hour, can we not talk about Montgomery? Because genuinely, this makes me sad, man. Like, I'm down. Like, it is a beautiful day. Thank God. It's like, it's
chilly out
like,
there
I'm
today.
not going to let talking about it, like, get me down too much. But daggum, it's just like, yeah, and this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened. And hey, have you listened to the police scanners lately? Oh, by the way, it's like Jim Crow's back because we're going back to the map we had for 30 years.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Jim Crow's back. Yep.
Have you talked to any of the victims down there lately?
Oh,
man.
Yeah, but at least our medical bills are low and our gas prices are low, too.
Whose medical bills are low?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
In fact, weren't they talking, I think it was the Trumpster, mentioned dropping a federal tax on gasoline during this time. Why are we talking about it? Why ain't we done it?
I read it. He was going to ask the states to suspend their
what's gonna happen
taxes.
with that. States ain't going to, well, I don't know all states, but I know this state ain't going to spend nothing.
No way, Jose.
Well, we already let them have that $1,000 worth of overtime. We can't afford to let them have nothing else.
Is that how they talk down there?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Can't have nothing.
You can't.
Can't.
Not without them wanting to steal it.
This is part of the program. In fact, the entire hour brought to you by Alabama Home Mortgage. That should cheer us up talking about them.
Makes me think of Madeline, who's such a wonderful person.
Oh, they do great work over there. Like, so say you're just thinking about buying a house. Like, start the conversation, and it could be like, hey, you need to build credit, or you need to save a little more money for a down payment.
Yep.
This or the other, given the amount of house you want, to make it feasible, like what monthly rate you're kind of looking for, these sorts of things. They can walk you through that. Or it could be you've already, in your head, you have that pretty much lined up.
Okay.
You're just looking for a great pre-approval.
Yeah. Or maybe you've already got a quote from one bank, but you want to shop around. And I advise everyone to do that. Shop around, especially now more than ever.
Yeah.
And make these folks meet the best rate you can get, because the best rate you're going to get is from Madeline anyway. But make them compete for it.
And so, again, real estate decisions are not one size fits all. Don't go what's based off, what the news is freaking out about, or certainly don't listen to like these 1-800 lenders that call you up, or the spam calls, or the flashy mailers that get in that. Man, maybe we do need to revisit the Postal Service. There's so much junk that's
so
all.
ready when you
There's
are.
a few important documents, and it's mostly solicitations.
How are they losing money? How are they losing money?
It's just crazy. Anyway, back to mortgages. If you're looking, again, for a pre-approval, get into the home buying process, or if you're looking to refinance, maybe to get some debt off your back, consolidate debt, or reinvest in your property, or it could be you just want to bring down that monthly rate. So say the retirement fund is a little shored up. They can help you, whatever your goals might be. And, of course, they not only serve in Alabama, they're licensed to work in Georgia, Florida, and Tennessee.
That's right.
So maybe you got a family member that lives in one of those states, or you're moving over that
Maybe
direction.
you're buying a vacation home in one of those states.
Could be doing that. Like Coach Tuberville.
Like the Tubster.
So y'all check out Alabama Home Mortgage today, 567-4223. That's 567-4223. Or you can always apply online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. There is a difference in mortgage companies. Let Kim and Madeline prove that to you today. MLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings 6 till 9 and afternoons 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
At Blue Water Broadcasting, we believe great advertising starts with relationships. That's why so many local business owners trust us, not just for radio, but for digital too. If you're already running digital advertising and you're not seeing results, it may be time to explore your options. Our team takes the time to understand your business, then builds custom campaigns using a multi-channel, conversion-focused approach. So whether it's digital display, social media, or you need help increasing your online presence, Blue Water Broadcasting can help. Before your next campaign, let's have a conversation. Visit bluewaterbroadcasting.com.
Hi, I'm Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop Wellness Center at 8161 Bowen Road. You know, with over 30 years experience in natural wellness, I've seen countless health fads come and go. A few years ago, we added a patented technology that actually activates your stem cells. It reverses the aging process at the cellular level. However, you do need proper hydration and targeted nutrition. At the Herb Shop, our advanced scanning and testing technology allows us to accurately assess your nutritional needs and get a customized plan for you. Come in today and see what the Herb Shop can do for you.
Don't miss the River Region Healthy Living Expo happening Thursday, May 14th from 10 to 2 at the Shops at East Chase. From senior health to total wellness, it's all here and admission is free. Learn more in the Check It Out section at WAKA.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
News and talk without the static. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. So in a second, we're going to get into looking ahead to 2028.
Okay.
We've got a shock poll that you just uncovered. This from Atlas Intel, and this is a potential showdown between Marco Rubio and J.D. Vance.
Mm-hmm. Why'd it have to be a showdown? I thought we're on the same team.
Well, there's always going to be a showdown, even within the team sometimes. You remember when, like, Steve Young and Montana were competing for the quarterback position for the Niners?
Those are good days.
We
Those
just
are real good
family
days.
feuds on the primary side.
So, but they're not going to come out and bash each other, are they? I'm not into that. I don't like it when the guys on the same team.
Well, but they
bash
can
each
be
other.
even very nice, but then behind the scenes, they're like, I want to play, I want to win.
Well, I kind of want to know who that guy is.
And especially when you're talking about president,
Yeah.
like, you got to strike while the iron's hot.
You have taught me that. With
We're like, they're both fairly young men, but it could be, you never know.
The
which way
timing
the
is
country's
now,
going.
kind of thing.
And it could be Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is the one who ends up running everything.
Her and Rubio against each other in the general would be amazing.
There's going to be a lot of Spanish off, which I'm for. I need to start.
Ooh, yeah.
After I learn Latin, I'll learn Spanish.
There'll be some passionate speaking between those two.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be some head bobbing. You know that's coming.
Oh, yeah. No, it's
finger waving and head bobbing.
By the way, Hispanic music at church, so much better.
Yeah? Oh, yeah. Are you allowed to snap your fingers to it?
It's really good.
Can you kind of shake?
Got a lot of it stuck in my head, actually.
Really?
Yeah, really good. Anyway, we got to hit a break.
Okay.
We'll get into that poll. We'll get into the showdown. And we have Mike Pence appearing out of nowhere.
What?
Saying the GOP needs to make a choice, so we're going to be more traditional. I'm Mike Pence, G.I. Joe. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusada, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. President Trump is on his way to Beijing for high-stakes talks with President Xi Jinping. The U.S. has been trying to persuade China to use its influence over Iran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. China is a major buyer of Iranian oil and insists it would like to see the war come to an end, even though the U.S. is accusing Chinese firms of aiding Iran's military. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth faced House hearings today. During those appropriations subcommittee hearings, he was questioned about the alleged depletion of U.S. war stockpiles over the war in Iran. He pushed back and said it's simply not true, that the administration has a plan to keep the U.S. strong moving forward. Prosecutors have filed criminal charges against the operator of the ship that crashed into Baltimore's Francis Scott Key Bridge, leading to the deaths of 6 workers back in 2024. This is SRN News.
There's a moment nobody talks about with weight loss. It's the moment it stops working. The diet that worked before doesn't. Eating less stops moving the scale. That's not random. When your body's under stress, it slows your metabolism. That's why quick fixes eventually fail. At PhD Weight Loss, they focus on restoring your metabolism. And right now, when you call and mention Mike G, you'll get 2 free weeks and they'll pay for the cost of your food. Call 864-644-1900. That's 864-644-1900 or visit myphdweightloss.com.
Spring
spring cleaning isn't just for your house, it's for your life. If your job is getting old, it's time to clear the clutter and spring into IT. Go to My Computer Career.
My Computer Career helped me get the skills and certifications I needed to start a new life as an IT professional in months, not years.
Earn the certifications the top employers are looking for right now. Visit mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation to see if it's time to spring into IT. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Alabama Wholesale Lumber. It's more than just great prices on lumber. From Trex decking to energy-efficient windows and Tamco shingles, Alabama Wholesale Lumber has it all.
Rich Thomas weather.
It's a pretty quiet forecast for the next several days. Today we'll say mostly cloudy, limited sunshine. High temperatures 78 to 80. The rain chances are not zero, but less than 20% here in central Alabama. Better chance down in southeast Alabama today. Partly cloudy down to 60 tonight. Mostly sunny tomorrow, Thursday, Friday. We'll be in the low 80s tomorrow, near 80 Thursday, low to mid 80s Friday. But some cooler nights on the way, near 60 on Wednesday night, only low 50s on Thursday night. Then expect a touch of summer by the weekend. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
When the heat hits to the river region, don't wait. If your AC quits, Hands Heating and Air offers same-day service, or your diagnostic charge is free with their Comfort a Day or You Don't Pay guarantee, plus 24/7 service with no overtime charges.
1819 News.
Alabama Speaker of the House Nathaniel Ledbetter is pushing back at the rhetoric coming from Democratic state lawmakers about the recent special legislative session. Several of the Democratic lawmakers took part in protests that were in the House gallery. They were even seen jostling with police who had arrived to restore order. The Democrats were protesting the bill that would allow for a special primary election to be held that implements Republican-drawn congressional districts in 2026. The Democrats are now accusing Republicans of trying to return to a Jim Crow era, and Ledbetter has been accused of trying to repeal the 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. Ledbetter points out that the reaction coming from Republicans when a federal court ordered changes to the congressional map in 2024 did not result in riots, protests, or unprofessional and ridiculous behavior. Ledbetter also said that many of the protesters were bussed in for this event in the House and are very likely not even from the state of Alabama. I'll be back with more Alabama stories after this.
Did you know that 70% of people experience a potentially traumatic event in their lifetime, and that 6 out of every 100 adults face PTSD every day? Help us bring hope to these survivors by signing up for your Alabama Distinctive PTSD Awareness License Plate today. The great thing is you can sign up no matter when your current plate renews, and the first year is complimentary. All you need is your VIN number on hand. Drive awareness, drive hope, and customize your plate today at atease.org.
A DeKalb County woman has been sentenced to 40 years in prison for the death of another woman. Jesse Kelly entered a guilty plea for taking Mary Isbell to the Little River Canyon National Preserve and pushing Isbell off a cliff to her death. Kelly's mother is also being charged with assisting her daughter in this murder, which occurred in 2021. The Gulf State Park is opening up its RV resort expansion area, which involves over 100 campsites and amenities. The park now has a total of 607 upgraded RV sites. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number 1 in the number 2 business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Paid for by McGinnis for Alabama, 203 Investment Lane, Summerdale, Alabama, 36580.
Hillary! Hillary! I'm really feeling my pain. I sure could use a 5-point plan right now.
I'm Christina Warner McKinnis, and we all need the 5-point plan for Alabama farms and families. Better food security. They should be able to buy Alabama rotisserie chicken with SNAP benefits, not margarita mix. Guide more farmers to the millions of dollars in grants they deserve. Protect our farmland from China and promote sweet-grown Alabama for tourism. We need more Alabama food on the plates of our schools and home. It's time to tell the politicians in Montgomery, same old is not working for us.
Christina Warner McKinnis for Agriculture.
I haven't asked the big guy yet, but I have a feeling he'll like the plan.
This 5-point plan is huge, very special. And believe me, I know the 5-point plan. And all the other 5-point plans are horrible, probably made in China.
Behind every clean lobby, every polished boardroom, every safe, spotless workplace, there's Janie King Franchise Center who takes pride in making it happen. These are your neighbors, people who live here. work here, and care about the businesses that shape our community. They show up, they follow through, and they make sure your facility is ready for the day, every day. That's why companies across the community trust Janney King as their local cleaning partner. Visit JanneyKingCleans.com today.
Janney King, the king of clean.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Middays, short drive, north side, west side, south side in Montgomery. It's IJOEY, Joey Clark. And Eddie Bader.
So there's going to be a showdown in 2028. It's already being set up by the president himself. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Here is Donald John Trump earlier today.
Who's it going to be? Is it going to be JD? Is it going to be somebody else? I don't know. Does anybody have? Okay, let's go. You ready? Who likes JD Vance? Who likes Marco Rubio? All right. Sounds like a good ticket. JD. It's a perfect. That was a perfect ticket. By the way, does not mean you have my endorsement under any circumstance. Who's it going to be?
So, Trump already, and he's enjoying it himself
he is.
way too much with this, but this is a shock new poll from Atlas Intel. Now, do you know much about Atlas Intel?
Man, the only thing I was trying to see if they actually had a decent sample size.
Yeah, according to their survey, which conducted between May the 4th and the 7th, and included a sample size of 2,069 nice American adults, a plurality of Republican respondents, 45.4%. Again, Republican respondents now identify Secretary of State Marco Rubio as their preferred choice to carry the GOP's banner 2 years from now. Vice President J.D. Vance, who has long held the pole position in the race, finished in second with 29.6%, followed by Florida Governor Ron DeSantis at 11.2%. After DeSantis, 10.3% of Republicans said their preference wasn't included in the named choices. Vivek Ramaswamy, who is presently running to be the next governor of Ohio, and I think he's going to be, finished in fourth place at 1.4%. I think Vivek's going to be governor of Ohio. I don't know if he's going to be president anytime soon. He could probably end up being senator from Ohio, too. But among the general public, 51% said they have a negative, and 46% said they had a positive image of Rubio. Vance is further underwater at 58% negative and just 37% positive. The polling firm's previous national poll, which was conducted last December, suggested Vance boasted a hefty advantage over Rubio, 46.7% to 22.6%. So it's essentially flipped in the same poll.
Yep.
On Monday, what we just played.
I do think that probably includes the general numbers, which would have some of the more liberal leaning. So I don't really hold the negative, positive as much as just the rank and file, 1, 2, 3, 4 at this point.
Yeah, I still think Vance is the favorite. I just do. I think he understands the coalition a little better and represents the coalition. They got things done in 24 better. But I mean, who knows?
Yeah, but Rubio can change the coalition.
Yes, he can.
If he's able to capture different segments, you change the election day math. That's what all the greats do.
Now, here is Mike Pence. He appeared, for some reason, to give a stern talking to
to
the American people.
What'd I do now?
In
Dad?
particular to the GOP. You know, my wife, Karen, what a
You
battle
won't
act
ever
she
go-
is.
Yeah.
Let's listen in. This is Mike Pence.
I think Republicans face a new time of choosing whether we're going to stay on the path of the traditional conservative principles that have always defined our party for the last half century, or whether we're going to follow the siren song of populism unmoored to conservative principles. And there are loud voices in and out of government, some of which have been able to influence the new Trump administration in ways that are taking our party and our movement far afield from those traditional conservative underpinnings. And, you know, where we've always been the party of a strong defense, and we see America as leader of the free world, the arsenal.
What the hell is he talking about?
He's rambling,
They
dude.
just requested $500 billion more at a congressional hearing. They want a 50% increase of the military budget that's already $1 trillion.
Yeah, but he got shellacked on that, you know, Indiana stuff, so he's at least got to try to make an appearance.
And he also, I'm sure he's very mad about it because he got hit, he got gored, he was destroyed by Tucker Carlson.
Yeah.
And by the way, I think we're in agreement. Some folks might disagree. The guy who does Tucker on SNL,
100%
freaking hilarious.
Nails it, man.
Like, it's genuinely funny.
I mean, nails it. So, yeah.
Right. Like, and I think some of the jokes are great, too.
Oh, yeah.
Like, very funny stuff. But, no, so, wait, we're not the arsenal of democracy? What is he even talking about?
He's just rambling.
You know, let's hear what the next point is.
Democracy, there are a rising chorus of isolationist voices in the Republican Party. I write about that in my book, where we've always been a party committed to low taxes, including low tariffs and free trade. Now, as we witness the president impose unilateral tariffs on friend and foe alike until the Supreme Court stepped in and used the Constitution to turn him back. And most poignantly to me is, while we've been a pro-life party and the party of the sanctity of life throughout most of my adult lifetime, and now we have voices from the administration on down that are marginalizing the right to life in our party, suggesting it's only a state issue. So I felt inspired to simply put together a book that described, first and foremost, what those principles are, and secondly, to juxtapose them against those cross currents on the left and on the populist right. And I'm looking forward to traveling the country and engaging in a great debate, because I do think as people look to the future, Kevin, I think it's going to be more important for us to figure out what we're for before we decide who we're for in the next presidential election. I think Republicans ought to do a lot of soul searching. Look, I make the point. I know Donald Trump better than his most ardent defenders know him. Okay, and he is not ideological. In fact, he often bristled when I would refer to policies as conservative. He would, with a wave of a hand, say to me, "That's just common sense." But now, as you see the stops and starts on our support for Ukraine under this administration, nationalizing American businesses, unilateral tariffs, price controls on everything from pharmaceuticals to credit cards, all of this gives, I think, should create a backdrop for a very healthy debate.
You know, even if I granted, if we're in an academic setting or a gentleman's setting, I could grant even on a philosophical basis, and might been some points here, he would get his ass kicked by AOC. Seriously. Like, if that's the presentation going forward by the Republican Party, you're going to lose big time.
Why, Joey? There's no excitement in that boring plan?
Right.
Jeez.
Well, and it's all kind of backwards looking, and we need to continue to follow the hymnal.
But some of the hypocrisy in it, like the right to life stuff, he was in the leadership whenever they backtracked on it because they saw that they couldn't win a national election.
Right.
He was one of those people who, didn't have the spiritual compass that he claims to. So it's a little disingenuous.
And if somebody wants to fight for the right to life at the national level, God love them, they have every right to do that. And actually, that can be brought into the populist fold. I don't see why that couldn't be. But it seems just in terms of practical politics, this being a state issue makes a lot of sense given the cultural divide, in particular on abortion. I think on the moral question, it's an abomination. It's awful. But how are you going to convince the folks in California? And you do have to wonder if this became like the issue in a national campaign.
Yeah, but it became an issue to the mega donors. Like, why am I going to continuously pump out hundreds or tens of millions of dollars in an election cycle?
But who knows? Like, you never know which way the country goes. Maybe somebody is such a compelling speaker, a compelling presenter for the right to life, for the dignity of life. Please. It captures people's imagination. Like, you never know. Like, especially as technology gets more interesting and like understanding life and gestation and how we become. It really is a miracle. Right. How it even works. And also, like, the folks that really learn to live under Roe, like, I don't know. There could be a change.
I hope it's not a scientific solution that we're hoping is going to compel these people, because if it's not faith and spirit, then we miss what we're fighting for.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go to Papa B. Hey, Papa B, how you doing?
Hey, guys. Oh, Mike. Yeah, you're ever going to be rid of this, and there's always a book. Always a book.
Of course.
There's always a book.
Hold on, let me pull out this chestnut. Reagan used it in the 60s. The Republican Party it's another time for choosing. It's like, really, too?
The thing is, we did choose. We made that choice, and it didn't work. We went in the Mike Pence, Bush-type direction. And it didn't work the whole time. The federal government was growing. The bureaucratic state was more entrenched than ever. They were telling us exactly what to do with every moment of our lives.
Yep.
The little milquetoast, the so-called conservative justices that were appointed were turncoats. On and on and on it goes. We got no results, no good results, going in the Mike Pence, George Bush type direction. The kinder, gentler nation. Well, great, sounds good in theory. It really didn't work out
in reality,
very well. Not really. So, yeah, and not only that, but I think in short order we're going to probably find some things out about just how bad the 2020 election was. And Mr. Pence, you had a chance. All you had to do was say, well, look, let's take a closer look and make sure, for a recount. But no, he just went right along with it, So, I mean, I like Mike Pence in a lot of ways, but it's just so wrong in so many ways. So wrong on so many levels, I can't even begin.
And it's also the presentation, and that's just the reality of this world we now live in. Like, the presentation is just so old hat. Yeah. Excuse me, pardon me. For instance, I philosophically still love somebody like Rand Paul, but he's not a leader of men. No. Like, there's got to be that element of inspiring people and really speaking people's gut, along with the ideals. And it just certain folks don't have it.
Yeah.
Well, there's a saying that goes like this: don't be so spiritually minded that you're no earthly good.
Well
and
said.
That kind of is what Rand Paul is, and that brand of Republicans, if you will, or independent. They're so staunchly idealistic that they can't, make a deal at all.
Right.
Half a loaf is better than no loaf at all.
Well, and, he's made a lot of deals. He gets criticized by his father's old coalition where, Ron Paul was truly the gadfly, but even Rand's more reasonable Senate side approach is still obnoxious to a lot of team players, let's say. But I don't know. I think it's right now it is clearly Rubio or Vance on board.
So anyway, grab your wasp spray, Eddie. I'm telling you what, at the front porch of just about every house I go to, that's been vacant for a week or so, I'm fighting some humongous guinea wasps.
Yep.
I got 2 cans, baby.
Thank you for telling me that.
I'm telling
Haunt me in my
you. Yeah, you need to
nightmares.
keep a can with you just about all times.
Luckily, I think we'll be starting construction on the place in next week or two.
Just so you know, don't feel better about that as far as the guinea wasps go, because you're just opening up better places for them to make a nest, Joey.
Oh, and by the way, don't you remember a couple of years ago when court ruling fire
Broke up
the whole place down because of, the court telling us about this new district that they have forced on us?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. Why is it? It never happens. That's why.
Yep.
Because we have to go to work. We got jobs to do, and we got to pay the taxes to give a bunch of folks that don't deserve it money. So, this rioting is, let's go out and raise a ruckus. Let's, stop, productivity in the halls of government and in commerce. That's just, it's worn real thin on me. I think it's just time to kind of stop all that and start trying to get along with people. There's other ways to win elections than just, not liberty and justice. It's liberty and justice for all, not just liberty and justice for just y'all.
Right.
So, anyway, I don't think this protesting is going to do the Democrats much good. What do you think? I mean, is it?
That's all they got.
Is it ground? Is it gaining? Is it got any footing at all? Or Joey?
I mean, it will sway certain. It depends on how the protests turn out. And actually, I think they benefit the most sometimes from the mayhem, because then, like they did in 2020, they blame the mayhem and the chaos on Trump, and then add that to their usual messianic justice arguments that they have. And, I mean, it'll work with a certain segment of the left and Democrats. But
sure.
They're
already in. They're already in them. I mean,
right. Well, it'll work to energize us, I guess what I'm saying. It won't. I don't think you're going to sway the vast majority of the population, but perhaps that's not the point these days.
It used to, though. It used to really work. But now, it's not working anymore for them. So, all right, guys. Well, listen. Thanks for letting me chime in.
Appreciate you,
Watch
Poppy.
those wasps.
There you go.
I will. That go. Let's go to line 2. You're on there. Who's this? Hello? Anybody there? Anybody at all?
Bueller.
Well, line 3. You're on.
Brubaker.
Hey, Dick. Brubaker, how you doing?
Hey, guys. Man, I'm great. Great show, as always.
Thanks, man.
Y'all, am I on now?
Yes,
you buddy.
Okay. Hey, did you hear Omar on that clip they played on Fox News last night?
No. What did Elon Omar say?
Wow, it was perfect. Her staff obviously let her down. She was talking about the usual race baiting thing with the redistricting, and she was talking about Tennessee District 2 specifically, about how all of this was a way to make sure black people didn't get elected.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Tennessee 2 is represented by a man named Cohen, which is a white Democrat, and his Republican opponent is a black woman. And she was going on and on about how the purpose was to make sure blacks didn't get into Congress. I mean, I tell you, somebody on her staff should get fired because she's not going to be briefed any better than that. Talk about the wrong place to play her race card.
Though I think there's so many people on that side, Dick, who, I don't know if you saw the Juandalynn Givan comments earlier today, that's not a black person, that's an Uncle Tom. And they genuinely believe it, and a lot of folks believe it.
Well, it's just disappointing that, there was a time in this country where, and even in this state, where the political opposition, nobody was out to destroy the country.
Right. I
mean, they were on important issues that mattered to people. They would find a way to get together and make it work. But now you've got, I'm telling you, if the Democratic Party could sustain itself in power, they would destroy the court. They would pack the Supreme Court. They They would change the estate tax to 100%. They would do everything they could to wipe out any sense of freedom in the United States and try to turn us into just another failed socialist bureaucracy where they get to pick all the winners and losers. I mean, it's almost unbelievable, some of the things that come out of their mouths.
Absolutely. And they would do the whole switcheroo of, like, we're going to destroy all these basic freedoms of speech and of, like, be able to maintain wealth. And, like, we're going to do the wealth tax as well. But you'll be completely free to get as high as you want and go on OnlyFans.
Of course.
Like, it's just like, let's destroy the spirit at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, and don't take their most consistent attacks, and it says a lot. Their most consistent attacks are against the nuclear traditional American family.
Yep.
Whether it's tax policy or all of this transgenderism and empowering public school teachers to interfere with the way parents raise their children, and this just brainwashing that's going on at institutions of higher education, it's all aimed at breaking up families and to convince people that families are actually the problem. And the reason is that statistically, the biggest indicator of whether a kid will be able to go to college, be successful, have a stable, productive life is whether or not that child, boy or girl, grew up in a family with two parents present in the home. That is the number one indicator. Not race, not wealth, but that. And anybody who has the nerve to just suggest that maybe some of the problems of the poor in America, whether they're Appalachian whites or inner city blacks, comes from the fact that they don't have functional families, boy, from that point on, you are persona non grata.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, and
people need to, nothing's more basic than the family.
Amen. And I'm the fellow, I guess, who stepped in it this week by saying the book of Exodus isn't just a liberation story, it's also a wilderness story. So.
Oh, absolutely it is. And I heard that show, and that was very insightful. And, I'm telling you, there is, after the family, religion is the next thing on their target. When I talk about religion, I'm talking about Bible-based Christianity, Catholic Church, the institutions that built the West.
Yeah.
And if you want to know what the Democrats are going to try to destroy, any of the institutions, democracy, religion, any of those institutions that built Western civilization, I mean, how about, classic philosophy, the idea that truth is something that's other and separate than evil. I mean, that good and evil actually exist, and they're not really up for debate. They can't stand that type of language.
Yep, they want to.
And I wish our Republicans would get back. I wish Trump would talk more about the basics that created Western civilization and defending those than just saying, make America great again, and it just coming off more like a slogan.
Well, I think the good news is both Rubio and Vance are, in fact, doing that and doing it quite eloquently, so maybe there's hope.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Charlie Kirk was the one who was the most, who seemed to be able to say it in a way that people understood. But you're right. I give Vance credit that he is a whole different breed of cat than Trump when it comes to talking about what the root of the problem is.
Here.
Trump falls into occasionally sort of a we're going to get even with y'all mentality, and that's not going to heal the country.
No, right. Not at all.
But maybe we're getting past that now. I hope so. But anyway, thank you for taking the call. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Dick Brubaker, folks. Always love hearing from him. 272-9228. Hey, this part of the program, again, brought to you by Josh and Leslie Ryder there at Dillon Rings. And, of course, at Dillon Rings, they can do custom design work. I just got a piece made. It's hanging around my neck right now. And I love it. It's exactly what I wanted.
Cool. Looks good on you.
Went in and sat down with him, and we started doing a basic sketch. And you go from there, he'll do an artistic rendering and then a CAD drawing. You get the exact dimensions. And, of course, you can talk cost and what materials you want to use in order to get it done. And then he makes it a reality. Picked it up at the end of last week. And I love the process. I love Josh Ryder, just easy to work with. And then, of course, he's truly talented at what he can do for you with the custom design work. But, of course, there are Dillon Rings that do more than custom design. They can do repair work. Say a favorite piece of jewelry snapped, or a stone is loose. It's coming unhinged.
They can repair that.
They can repair that. Or maybe your finger's gotten bigger, and that ring is suffocating your finger.
They can fix that ring.
That's a common thing.
Not your finger, but that ring.
They can fix that ring, make it a little bigger while it still looks beautiful. Or they can do spot treatments. Maybe you wear a piece of jewelry all the time and it looks like you've been doing that for years. Dulled. Well, of course, they can make it shine and shimmer like it's brand new all over again. And like I said, great inventory from everyday items to high-end jewelry pieces. So you'll check out Dillon Rings today. You can just stop by 119 Brown Springs Road here in Montgomery, just off of Atlanta Highway here in Montgomery. And be sure to tell them that Joey, Eddie, and Byron, those fellas on the radio, sent you. Let's hit a quick break.
Okay.
And we'll be right back with Soldier Boy after this.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
A man who's done a fantastic job, Sheriff Matt Gentry. Thank you.
When Alabama families needed protecting, Matt Gentry answered the call. For nearly 30 years as a Marine, a deputy, and now the Sheriff of Coleman County, he's stood between us and danger. Now, Matt is taking that same no-nonsense approach to the Public Service Commission to stand up for Alabama ratepayers and fight back against liberal green energy agendas that threaten our way of life.
From small farms to front porches, people deserve someone that will fight for them, someone who understands them and understands their struggles. I'm Matt Gentry. I'm asking for your prayers, your support, and your vote for the Public Service Commission.
Because Alabama doesn't need more politics. It needs a sheriff. Paid for by Gentry for PSC. P.O. Box 655, Coleman Avenue, 35056.
You can't control interest rates. You can't control housing inventory. And you definitely can't control what the national news decides to panic about this week. But here's what you can control. You control your timing. You decide when it's the right time to buy, when it makes sense to refinance, and when to tap into your equity to renovate, invest, or consolidate debt and free up monthly cash flow. Real estate decisions aren't one size fits all, and they shouldn't be driven by headlines or social media noise. They should be based on your goals, your finances, and your life. The smartest moves happen when you focus on what you can control and work with someone who helps you see the full picture. Give us a call at Alabama Home Mortgage today at 334-567-4223 or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. That's Alabama Home Mortgage, because there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586368, Equal Housing Lender.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com. This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Hi, this is Bo Goodson from the Goodson Group with your Real Estate Minute. The 5 things to do when you are considering selling your home. Number 1, get a realtor to evaluate your home, and that will make suggestions on updates needed for your home, painting suggestions, and staging tips to highlight your home. Number 2, along with the evaluation of the house, you need an updated market analysis that compares your house to other houses for sale and those that have sold. Number 3, do a walk around your own home to see what you could do to improve the curb appeal to potential buyers. Since research tells us that 8 out of 10 home buyers choose the house that they view based on the curb appeal of the home. Number 4, review online the houses that have sold in your neighborhood to see how yours compares with the ones that buyers have chosen. Number 5, if possible, use a CRS certified realtor in your marketplace. For other details, call Bo Goodson at the Goodson Group, 221-2883 or 551-0225.
Hello, everyone. Robbie Pelt with Capital City Roofing. If you think about it, your home is your biggest investment in life. Your roof covers your home, so why jeopardize your biggest investment on a roofer you don't know anything about when you can deal with a reputable roofing company like Capital City Roofing? We have an A+ Better business rating and the best manufacturers and workmanship warranties available. We do all residential and commercial roofing applications that are certified through the manufacturer to ensure you get the best material and workmanship money can buy. We also have your project in our best interest before and after construction has been done. Don't hesitate to call us if you have any roofing issues or questions. We will match any of our competitors' price and give you the same great workmanship warranty. We also give free estimates. Give us a call today and let us show you the difference. 277-3311. That's 277-3311. Or you can check us out on the web at www.capitalcityroofing.com. Capital City Roofing. We capitalize the roofing industry.
Trust is the number one reason why a patient chooses a healthcare provider. Adams Drugs has been your trusted healthcare provider since 1962 and has been voted the number one pharmacy in the River region for many years. We strive each and every day to provide you the level of health care you have come to expect from Adams Drugs. The employees at Adams Drugs take pride in developing relationships with their patients, from making sure your prescriptions are filled correctly to getting to know you and your family's needs and following up on any questions you may have. Adams Drugs employees deliver top-notch service. We ask you to visit us at any of our locations in Montgomery, Prattville, Wetumpka, Millbrook, and Pine Level Marbury and give us a chance to earn your business. You can find us at adamsdrugs.net for the location that is nearest to you. Adams Drugs is your local, independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
The Health and Wealth Show. The Health and Wealth Show. The show so nice, we said it twice. Weekday evenings at 6 on News Talk 93.1 WACV. The Health.
Break it up, son. Joke's over here.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Weather, a service of H&H Carpets, where right now, get a load of this, listen close, you get a house full of carpet for $19.95 installed. Unbelievable. They're located at 6450 Atlanta Highway, just across from Walmart.
Rich Thomas weather.
Well, hi, everybody. Alabama is drying out this week. It's a pretty uneventful forecast. Tonight, there'll be some clouds from time to time, then mostly clear later. Overnight low temperature down to about 60. I think we'll be in the lower 80s Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday with a good bit of sunshine. Nights will be a little cooler, especially by Thursday night. I've got us around 54. But the afternoon's very comfortable with low humidity. We could see 90 degrees by Sunday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Big dreams for your home on a tight budget? ASE's $26.26 as you covered. Unlock your home's equity with just $26 in closing costs. No fees, no headaches. Visit your local ASE branch today. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 420259.
The River Region's first and only news talk station on FM. Live, local talk. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. We might still have time for the return of Hacky Sack as a popular fad with young kids and why mosquitoes bite certain people more than others. But first, we have to talk to Soldier Boy.
All right.
Hey, Soldier Boy, how you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing, Soldier Boy?
Driving without my seatbelt on, as you can tell.
Apparently so.
Watch out for the cops.
Like cops.
Oh, man. I'm living on the edge, baby, like the song goes.
Good song.
Living on the edge. It is a great song. Hey, you were talking about Marco Rubio.
Mm-hmm.
It's the funniest thing is I loved him during the primary debates when Trump said he had small hands, really has. Yeah. Can you do a Trump and say that line for me, man?
And he said that I had small hands. I guarantee. Look at my hands. I guarantee. And you said I have small hands. It means something else. I guarantee you, I have no problem there.
Mm-hmm.
That is some of the best TV ever.
And then, literally later that night, Trump put his meat on the table. It was Trump steaks, Trump wine. I'm like, I just can't even
laying it out.
Did you see when he? Who was it? Who was the whatchamacallit? The son, Jeb Bush. He says, Jeb, everybody thinks you're the front runner, man. That's why you got all the money for and everything. And you think you're going to win just because of your dad's name and you got some money. You couldn't even run Florida.
Well, and how about this line? Jeb is a mess. Yeah. Jeb is a waste. Jeb is a big fat mistake. And it's just
that was the one that and Jeb even had nothing.
And you know what's so sad about it? After he jumped on Jeb's numbers went down so quick. It was pathetic.
He was gone,
and then he just kept big boying him like, well, Jeb, a little more energy tonight, Jeb. I like that. Like every time Jeb tried a counterattack, he had something.
Put him right back in place.
And then Jeb had this one great line. It was like a joke on his code name. And Trump put him like his hand out and got him to give him a low five and held his hand. And it was like, you ruined your good moment, dude. You look like a little boy.
Yep.
So it's this classic television. Every time I'm depressed or I'm feeling bad, I watch it on my DVD. I was like, man, I just love that because he just tore everybody. I mean, who didn't he? Because at the time, Jeb was a front runner.
Yes, he was. He took care of that quickly.
He went through them
and he took care of that,
one by
and
one.
That's when I started to see Trump surge right then and there. Because you notice one thing about Trump, people still haven't learned from that. And I guess when they briefed Biden when he went to debate, is he's a counterpuncher. Yeah. Don't stay away from Trump. Don't even mention his freaking name because he's going to wait for you. He won't attack you.
Well,
Trump never attacks.
Well, he will, but
he's a counterpuncher.
This is not just blowing smoke up her butt. Like, I remember the 2022 Senate campaign. Trump had endorsed Mo Brooks. And he said, Richard Shelby's untalented assistant is running for Senate. And Trump just knocking somebody. Yep. Katie Britt's response was, well, we're going to work hard and I'll probably, I'll get in his good races. Like, it was this very gracious, and guess what happened? So there is a way to deal with him down the road. It's just you can't take the bull on direct or he will destroy you.
No. And you would think Biden's people would have told him. Because that's what he did against Biden in his debate. He counterpunched and counterpunched and counterpunched every time Biden opened his mouth. Instead of just sticking to what he was pre-scripted and what he had practiced and everything, he got off his game. That's what I notice. Everybody that tries to debate Trump is they tell him. I'm sure they're briefed by their poll people and everything. Don't do this. Don't mention this. Don't talk about this. And what happens? You get sucked into it.
Yeah.
What did Trump say about his? What was that line he used about his golfing? Biden. What was it about his golfing skills?
Oh, where they got into he's a so and so handicap. He can't even and Biden's sitting there arguing about golfing with him, and it's like, okay, you've lost. Yeah, but then Trump in 2020, that one debate, he was awful, and a lot of rumors he had COVID and was on stuff. But the debate where he goes, "Proud Boys, stand back and stand by." Clearly didn't know who the Proud Boys was. He's like, "I'm not going to denounce somebody. They want me to denounce somebody. Stand back and stand by." It's like, goodness gracious, man.
Because after he finished with Jeb, and after he went at the Rubio in his small hands, okay, nobody else wanted to take on Trump that night. Nobody. Nope. It was shut down, and it was win-win, and he won. And you got to learn, like you said, you've got to know how to play the game when you play Trump. You just cannot go in there like a bull and try to think you're going to run over this guy because he's the art of the deal. Come on, people.
Yeah.
I mean, he's an expert at this, and he's done it. And how many people has he done it to? You'd think you'd learn by now, these people. They haven't.
They haven't.
Well.
Hey, Joey, you know what's going to happen, don't you?
What?
Oh, we're dropping bombs, baby. Because I learned one thing when I was in the green zone in Baghdad. Okay, I learned that even about the Iraqi people, and they told me the same thing too. Okay, they only respect the strength. Okay, and that's why they, with Obama and with Biden, they just get, because you know what they're trying to do? They're trying to stretch this out to the midterm. They're trying to get the price of gas to even go up higher.
Yep.
So they'll think the people will push up against Trump and tell him to, quote unquote, back off him. And it's not going to work, dude. It's not going to work.
Well,
I mean,
especially
I'll
with
pay $10
it makes with the redistricting, it's also going to make it the margins a little easier. But I mean, we'll see. But I appreciate it, Soldier Boy. We'll see if the bombs start falling. I suspect you might be onto something there.
Saturday.
Thanks, man. 272-9228. That's
Better have something done by Saturday, or we'll be dropping bombs. There's no football.
I saw something that said Saudi Arabia was running some ops now. Not just UAE.
Yeah. But ever felt like mosquitoes bite you while ignoring everyone else? Well, scientists are now making progress in deciphering the complex chemical cocktail that makes particular people more enticing to these disease-spreading bloodsuckers, otherwise known as my mother-in-law.
No.
I'm not even married. It's just a thing to say. Now, do you have sweet meat? They go after you?
They don't go after me. They go after my wife. They go after. I remember Justin. He got stung on his or bit next to his eye one time. His whole eye swelled up. Some people really have allergic reactions to them, but for the most part with me, they can't handle my alcohol content.
It's not a misconception. Mosquitoes are attracted to some people more than others, said Frédéric Simard of France's Institute of Research for Development.
We're from France.
But we are not all magnets all the time. A range of sensory cues can cause mosquitoes to pick one human over another, mainly the smell and heat our bodies give off and the carbon dioxide we exhale. Female mosquitoes, which are the only ones that bite, of course, detect these signals with finely tuned receptors, then choose their target accordingly. We have known for over 100 years that mosquitoes are attracted by carbon dioxide that we exhale. Oh, sorry. This guy is so Swedish. Rickard Ingnell, excuse me. But so the first signal that triggers their behavior is that CO2. Within around 10 meters, mosquitoes will start detecting our odor, and in combination with carbon dioxide, this attracts them even more, said the senior author of the recent study. As they get closer, body temperature and humidity makes particular humans even more enticing. So blood type doesn't matter. That's a myth. Blood type doesn't matter. Odor matters greatly. A soup of molecules produced by our microbiota is more or less appealing to mosquitoes. Humans release between 300 and 1,000 different odorous compounds. Research has shown. But scientists are only just beginning to understand which ones attract mosquitoes. Well, maybe the whole pheromone thing's real.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. But for this guy's study, the researchers released Aedes aegypti mosquitoes, known for spreading yellow fever and dengue, on 42 women in a lab. Let's release the mosquitoes on the ladies. We have shown that mosquitoes use a blend of odorous compounds. We identified 27 that the mosquitoes will detect out of the possible 1,000 for their attraction to us. The woman the mosquitoes most like to bite, which included pregnant women in their second trimester, oh crazy, produced a large amount of a particular compound made by a breakdown of the skin oil sebum, something like that. That even a small increase of this compound, it's got some fancy name, or mushroom alcohol is another name for it, made a difference. It came as a surprise to the researchers, saying mosquitoes are fascinating creatures. Okay, the guy that wants to talk to you all day about mosquitoes, I don't know if I want to talk to that guy. They're such fascinating creatures. No, they're creepy.
And
they're demonic.
They got a pregnant woman fetish.
Yeah.
I think God said, hey, Satan, you want to try it creating something? Mosquitoes. Especially when you see them close up.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Do you ever flex and make them bust when they're biting you? What, I'm the only guy that does that?
Oh my goodness!
Y'all don't ever do that?
No, I haven't done that. No.
Come on.
You just flex.
Yeah, like if there's one biting you on your leg or your arm or something, you just flex when you're watching. Pow.
You just flex it a little bit.
I mean,
Strike a pose.
I don't have the guns. Maybe.
I mean, I'm able to do it. Anybody can do it, I think. I thought everybody did that.
Eddie's not bodybuilder type.
No, not at all.
But he knows how to flex. Actually, this guy, if you had the discipline to go to the gym and work out, your pose game is on point.
I have no.
Craig Monger's telling me about it. Your pose game,
my discipline,
on point.
Is crap. Yeah. For everyone else, it's great, but for me, please.
So real quick, a New York Times story.
Okay.
Saying a couple of weeks ago, this is by Callie Holterman. A couple of weeks ago, a gaggle of freshmen at McCallum High School in Austin, Texas, pulled out a pouch the size of a clementine and began batting it back and forth between their feet. It took a minute for me to realize, wait, this is Hacky Sack, said Sandra Primeux, 56, a teacher at McCallum. I haven't seen this in a while.
Yeah, hope not, Grandma.
Now 56? Mm-hmm. Well, I waited and I'm married to my career and stuff. Now she sees it constantly. Students circle up with a hacky sack during lunchtime or get in a few kicks in the hallways after class. This teach has been having flashbacks to the Fish and Grateful Dead shows of her youth. You ever play hacky sack?
No.
No, me either.
Y'all were probably too young. That was, I think when I was in high school.
There were the wannabe hippies still.
Just a bunch of stoners. What else to do after you got high? You kicked the.
Yeah, but Dazed and Confused came out like a few years before that, so Hacky Sack made a comeback.
Yeah, but now my buddies were kind of purists in it, in the sense that the Hacky Sack had to weigh so much, and they would take some of the stuff out and put popcorn seeds back in, and nerds.
Yeah, it's once the domain of mellow Gen Xers in the 80s and 90s. The Hacky Sack is experiencing a renaissance at the hands, the feet of Gen Z high school students around the country. They are freshly enthusiastic about the toys. Crocheted bean bags that once hung in the air like the scent of marijuana.
Usually that was around. Wherever there's a hacky sack, there was a scent of marijuana.
Or patchouli.
Yeah.
Just incense, Mom. Parents and teachers mostly seem glad to watch young people be entranced by something other than their phones. Actually, maybe this is a good sign. The hacky sack is going to be the salvation of a generation from their hypnotic phone machines.
I don't know. I seen one the other day where two kids were fighting, and the comments were, at least they're not on their phones. I don't know. Them fighting was better than not being
By
on
the way,
phone.
this is a full write-up of the New York Times saying the sacks are technically called foot bags.
Oh, my God.
Hacky Sack is a brand name. So it's kind of like, hey, I want a Coke. But you meant Dr. Pepper or something. All right, okay.
Soda.
Give me soda. But young customers at Played Against Sports in Concord, California, have been clearing the shelves of pseudo-paneled Sandmasters and multicolored Buddha bags for at least a month. They go for $10 and $6 respectively. I'm serious. We get 15 calls a day about hacky sacks, said the sales associate. I don't know.
Okay, first off, who's buying hacky sacks? You're just going to steal your parents' old hacky sack. They still
I don't
got
want
it.
to use a used hacky sack.
Yeah,
that's broke in,
man. You don't want one that's fresh. You need it broken in.
Broken in one's better?
Yeah, totally.
Let me know when these kids start playing co-ed hacky sack. Then I'll actually get excited about this.
Are we talking about hacky sack or my love life?
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings, 6 till 9, and afternoons, 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Don't miss the River Region Healthy Living Expo happening Thursday, May 14th from 10 to 2 at the Shops at East Chase. From senior health to total wellness, it's all here and admission is free. Learn more in the Check It Out section at WAKA.com.
Lewis at the Capital Oyster Bar, and I just want to tell you, if you're in business or got an event coming up and want to do some advertising, wisely spent dollars are spent down here at Blue Water Broadcasting. All the guys are nice, easy to work with, and I see results, I guarantee you.
Did you know that radio is the #1 reach platform in all of media? It's true. Call us to find out how to put radio's #1 reach to work for your business. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks, helping local business.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Live, local talk. The River Region's most trusted voice for news and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Let's go right to the phones and talk to Ray Bowles with Prideville Carpet. He's on one.
Yeah.
Hey, Ray, how are you doing?
How you doing, Ray?
Well, I'm doing good till I got back to the store and realized Dad just knocked down one of the lights with the forklift.
Oh. I see.
Just thankful it wasn't me.
Well, Ray, are you going to make your dad pay for that light? Because I kind of feel like if you did it, you ought to be on your way to Lowe's right now to have that thing replaced.
No. I just laughed at him. And it's the first time the forklift gets stuck, and I'm surprised they hadn't knocked down a whole door with it. Hey, y'all talking about Montgomery and wrecks and where not, how long it takes. I'll tell you where not to have a wreck.
Where's that?
The toll bridge.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's no man's land.
So that's no man's land. So
Yeah.
what happened to me, I went up to early in the morning, in a hurry, on the phone, and I pull up to the window, and the guy, they said, "I'm closed, you got to back up."
Oh, crap.
Well, so I said, okay, I didn't even think about it. I put it in reverse, and I got on the camera, boom, hit the lady behind me.
No.
I said, no. And then it makes matters worse. I have the little sticker, so the gate opens. And I went back and I said, dude, I thought you said you were closed. He said, I didn't know you had the sticker. And I said, did I just get charged? And as we're sitting there talking, it opened again. And I'm like, are you kidding me? How many times am I going to get charged? My bumper's in this lady's grill. And then we sat there for like an hour.
Oh, good grief.
Right? And so then I finally called my Alpha agent and talked to him. I said, dude, do I have to get a state trooper to do it? It's my fault. We'll have to pay for this. This is totally on me. Oh, no, you got to have the paperwork. 3 hours we sat there. Oh, my God. And the poor state trooper, good as gold. Guys, just as they said, the problem is you're no man's land. Mm-hmm. And I had a wreck on the top of Elmore County by the lake.
Oh. So you next in line.
Next in line.
Yep.
From Lake Martin to me. Yeah. These poor state troopers. Y'all just have a little patience with them.
Yeah.
You think we were having a bad day? He was having a really bad day.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, don't back anybody at the toll bridge, especially at the sticker, because the little toll thing keeps going back and forth. There's no telling what that wreck cost me.
Just a quick question, Ray. You said you had a reverse camera? On
Yeah,
your truck?
yeah.
And you were still able to hit the lady that was right behind you?
I was on the phone,
Okay,
so
just
I didn't
checking.
pick up.
All right, he was busy.
You know,
he was
when
trying to
they first came
multitask.
I know all about
when
that.
they first came out with those things, you remember how you used to have a beeper that would beep at you?
Yes. Did you turn that off?
No. Angie backed into my truck one time. And it was when they first came out, right, with his beeper, and she backed, bam. And I'm sitting there watching the whole thing, and I said, didn't you hear the beeper go off? That was not the right thing to say at the time. Because then it all turned into my fault.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah, that's not what you say to your wife as she backs into your truck.
Nope.
Well, listen, if y'all need a floor, call us, 285-8117. We're going to take really good care of you. And whatever you do not back into somebody at the toll bridge. You're going to have a long wait.
Appreciate it, Ray. Again, that number, 285-8117.
And all the state troopers out there, I really love you. I drive a white GMC, so if you pull me over, just remember, I'm on your side.
Back the blue, brother.
Back the blue, brother. All right. Bye, guys.
See you, Ray.
Well, we're out of time. Learn anything today?
Yeah, that Ray can't drive even with a backup camera.
Yeah, and that talking about Montgomery is depressing.
It can be, Joey. Mm-hmm. It can be.
Anyway, y'all stay tuned. Happy Hour with Greg and Master Thespian.
Master Thespian.
I'm going to play some Hacky Sack, baby.
There you go.
They're next.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1